Oh my goodness. Welcome to Tuesday, May 2nd. Yes, May 2nd. And you are with RadioGunk, and we are doing our Today Tonight show for tonight. And for those of you new to us, which I got some complaints about inexplicably, it is a show where we dissect the Howard Stern podcast that is on SiriusXM. And sometimes people don't like that we actually talk about extraneous things. And you know what? All I can say is tough titties, okay?
Hola, Autobot.
Too bad. This is what we do, okay?
There's nothing less important or a show about nothing than the 2023 Howard Stern show.
Do we have
literally nothing?
I mean, really, is there so much to talk about from the show today that it's so important to you to hear it all here? You know what? If it's that important to you, get serious, okay? Get serious, listen to it yourself, and then you don't have to worry about listening to it with us.
Do we have any more conjoined twins?
Hola, Bznick. ¿Cómo estás? Hola,
No, don't get serious.
Capítulo de Radio
Don't pay
Gunk,
for that.
exclusivamente de Miami. De Miami. Y estamos aquí con los éxitos de los 80s, 90s y de los 70s. Hola, presentarme la lovely Monique.
Aaron Taylor, nobody likes a virgin at an orgy. Yeah, that's true.
Nice.
All right, so let's talk about what happened in today's show. But first, so I just learned how to use bookmarks on our website, which is RadioGunk.com. And I realized there were a couple of things we wanted to talk about, but we'll go through it as we're going through the show. Thank you, Beanie Mac, for linking us to the JD and Blit Go Speedo shopping in Miami. Cannot wait.
I'm taking your black card away, Beanie Mac, for even watching that or linking us to it. Nevertheless.
Yes.
Oh
yes.
God! Why don't you like us?
I know. He's
why?
very mean to us. That Beanie Mac.
Oh,
very mean.
The thought of that pasty thing in a Speedo.
It's repulsive. I haven't even watched it. I figured we'd all do it together.
Yeah.
And then Blitz, and then JD is there too.
Was one big happy family. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start the clips. We're gonna go back and forth to a couple of things that we have in the forum for today, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, we're just trying to mix it up a little bit and see if we can intersplice some things from the website into what we do live here. Okay, so let's start with line number 1 for the day, which was that Howard, who has no time for anything.
You should label the clips like that. You should so this is 22 clips. Line number 1, line number 2. Just label the clips in numerical order. And
Well, this is Walking Around Miami Lie. See, so the way I do it basically is I listen to it and then I have them all as MP4s, and then when I transfer them over, it's really like re-listening to the show. But it's at least you'll take note of the fact that, you know, pretty much between Dennis and myself, we have the show almost memorized. And it's because I have gone through it in the morning. I've redone the clips into MP3s. I then relay the show to Xavier, and then we do it again here.
See, I listened once on the protest. I listening to these clips actually starts PTSD.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's why tonight I am drinking once again a whiskey, actually a rye sunrise. Because,
Rye sunrise.
For Sunrise,
He is right. I am menstruating.
I think the flow is over.
Sometimes I get those cramps really hard.
Go ahead. What, John?
I think we should punk our audience and the Tamara Francois of the world who don't listen to the show. And we should do this show with a show from 5 years ago and see if anyone notices.
No,
absolutely nobody would notice.
They wouldn't.
I don't think anyone would notice. I think we should do it in the next month. We should try it and see if anyone notices.
We will absolutely do that. And we'll. Too bad we didn't do it for April Fools. We're so stupid.
I know. That's a great April.
God, we're so
perfect
stupid.
April Fools.
Now, listen, I know none of you have listened to your school project, which was listening to the song and memorizing it. I guarantee you that Xavier is not going to memorize it. You know, and he's just going to scream out something in the middle of the song and not do it correctly. I know it. I see it already. And you know the words to every song I ever can throw out at you. Every single song. And this one, I feel already that you're going to mess it up.
You know what?
No pressure.
There's a governor on my brain.
Governor. What you got there, governor?
Governor.
Governor?
Okay, so let's start with line number one, as Johnny likes to put it, and this is him walking around Miami. Here we go.
Up to, and I hear drips and drabs, and I
yeah.
actually, I went walking around Miami yesterday for a little bit. I had a lot to do with the show. There wasn't much time, but thank God my wife is with me, because she comes to Miami and makes me feel like a little more human. You know what I mean? Otherwise, I would just sit in my
Yes.
hotel room.
Yeah, okay. So I don't believe that you walked around Miami, considering the fact that when we get to it, you're going to hear about how he's ushered into the office, how security protects him, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, you'll.
Such good shit.
Yes.
So,
So that goes into the Beth. Now let's talk about Beth for a second. Hold on. Let's go to
let's
that
talk about the
clip
beef.
and let's talk about the beef. Hang on.
We took a walk, and we walked for about an hour.
About an
It's
hour.
so
On
the
beautiful
beach
here.
or
On the
on the
beach.
street?
On Miami.
Between the beach and the street, there was like a little area. She's unbelievable. She packed me to come here, and then she gets here. She goes, "Honey, we can't go on our walk." I go, "Why not?" She goes, "I forgot my sneakers." She didn't bring her sneakers.
Stinker.
So I'm like, "You're kidding me." We're all. So she goes, "I'll walk barefoot." I go, "You can't walk barefoot. It's like probably get out there." She walked the whole way barefoot. I don't know.
Remember how goofed on?
Amazing.
Okay,
All right,
now I want you
so-
to hear something. Hang on. Before we start talking about this. So this seems to be a running thing with Robin today. So first off, I am positive that she cannot stand that she's not down there. So now whenever, you know the way somebody says something that's not really that funny and you don't really want to laugh about it and you go, oh my God, that's so funny.
Yeah,
But let's admit it. Everybody's done it. We all know it when it happens. So it's like, that's so funny.
That's
so
really funny.
Robin is kind of
It's
into
funny.
this. Hang on.
Amazing.
You know,
Yeah,
I don't know. Way barefoot. I don't know.
Amazing.
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 So
Amazing.
this is a new thing that she's been doing, and I didn't realize it was on this clip as well, because I have one later on in the day where she's like, amazing. Like she just keeps doing it. It's kind of crazy.
I think
So
it was one of the
listen to that.
Mocketeers, your little Mocketeers, Dennis, in the thread today that talked about Rob. It could have been Spandrel or K-Tate or Reno, one of these jagoffs. And I'm just kidding. I love these guys.
Jagoffs?
I hate men. And they go, could you imagine being the serious suits who have to write Robin that 8-figure check? How hard that is. For
Oh,
them.
it's got to be
Think about what that
painful.
was. 8 figures she makes for that, guys. 8
Yeah.
figures. Really get that through your head.
Amazing.
and half the show, you could just picture that she's just spinning around in the chair, like literally because she's doing nothing. She's just spinning in a circle, like
exactly,
staring,
just going around.
spinning around.
Spinning around.
I mean, there's absolutely no thought in anything she
No.
does.
No, completely devoid of any like thought or reason. As somebody said in the listening thread today, shit, I have it on Twitter, but
Shit.
it's like, imagine that you're down in Miami and you have no experiences by which to, relate to your audience with.
Yes.
All you can do is talk about the fact that you went for like a quick meal with your wife and took a walk. Thank you, Lisa Stein. I always felt Robin liked Allison but hates Beth. I always felt like Robin is in love with Howard and hates anybody that he's with. So there's that too.
You know
There
what?
is
I
that.
think it's more like she just likes to be the center of attention and can't stand when someone else.
No, I think
Exactly.
that she's
Howard's
his
attention.
she's his
Honestly.
work wife, and she doesn't like anybody interloping into that.
Dude,
like she hates
so-
it.
We're talking about a human being that had 20 years of these ridiculous songs on a daily basis.
I take
sexy
human
she is.
being
And so, like,
lightly there.
that was just feeding her ego. Now she's nothing. She's
So the part of the story, there's a few parts of the story that kind of bother me. First of all, there are no farriers anywhere near Miami Beach to get some shoes
Hoofs
on
put on.
on beef. Come on, you just have to slap them on there with a couple nails.
Why
No,
waste the
no.
money on a new pair of sneakers?
how
But
many
I'm
other
not sure
places
the
are
thing
there in
is-
Miami, dude?
Yeah.
It's
Well, even with the
trillion.
size 14, there are a lot of tranny shops down there. They could
Absolutely, there are.
they could get Beavis some shoes. That's
Easy to
not
get
a
pair of
problem.
hooves for her.
Okay, to walk a half hour, that is a solid 3/4 of a mile,
Easily.
right?
Easily.
So you're going to
Easily.
tell me that she walked over
2 miles.
2 miles or 2 miles barefoot
Barefoot.
on that burning
Like-
hot
Such a
Miami concrete boardwalk? Not to be confused with the burning,
who is
scalding
this?
hot Miami sand.
Who does she think she is? Zola Bud? I mean, come on.
How about all the calories they expended on making fun of Jackie and Stuttering John and Gary bringing their wives along to trips back in the day? And this trip
Absolutely.
has nothing to do with Beth. She's zero, and all they're doing is fixating on her fucking vanity. She has nothing to do with it. She shouldn't be there at all. She has no role
She
in this
hoped
at all.
it.
Well,
I mean-
who said that?
Nice one.
Two
Mo
men
had, a
said
real,
that
Mo had a really
again.
good point.
Nice.
Mo had a really good point earlier today. She said, "Oh, she brought that stupid hat, but forgot her sneakers." Okay,
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
right,
likely.
right,
I'm
right.
going there right now
That's
because
likely.
here on our RadioGunk.com website, there are a couple of things we needed to talk about. One of them being, of course, Xavier, just by the way, always makes fabulous headers for all of his ridiculous threads, and this was by Curious George and the man with the yellow hat. So when you go to this, oh, lo and behold, there's Beefus in
that
her
thing.
in her full glory.
is that?
Actually, I
What
don't
is
know
it?
what this is.
Why
Is
is
it a
there a
romper?
teenager there?
It's a romper. I think it's a romper.
No, she's wearing a dress. That's a.
Look at
that's
those
a.
feet.
That's a.
They're
that's
huge. That's
crap.
size 14 hooves, man. That's
Right. So that's what I said. I was
Trendy
like, she takes the time to bring that offensively ugly hat,
hat. Yeah.
yet forgets sneakers. This is
Yeah.
what she does. And look at Howard. Okay, so Howard spent a quality hour last week talking about what he was
Outfits.
going to wear and what outfits, and they had to have a garment bag so that he could hang everything and be able to, wear it for the
Hang.
show. And this
Hang?
is what he winds up with: a sweatshirt.
That should be
with a
rolled
striped
up in a.
t-shirt.
That should be
Rolled up in a ball.
freaking
Exactly.
duffel bag. I mean, that
Exactly.
is embarrassing. I
So
stopped
this-
wearing that when I was 12.
This is obviously today after Bon Jovi came in, which we will come back to later on in the show.
Tough get. What a tough book.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
and
yeah,
he
that
couldn't
was-
even
that was
stay with
awful.
him. He had to leave. He had
You got to go see
go,
somebody more
John.
important.
He had
Andy
a jet
Cohen.
to go see Andy Cohen.
He to do an actual charity.
Exactly. Okay, so then he starts talking about how he and Beth went to dinner last night, and you all saw that picture that we showed from Instagram of them last night. And they got immediately into bed and started watching American Idol. And they were commenting on how gorgeous Katy Perry looks and the fact that, oh, she must be on Ozempic because now Howard is like looped into Ozempic. Something, by the way, I told you guys about last year, October, if you weren't in the loop back then, and now nobody can get it. So he's talking about Ozempic. Here we go.
And then my wife and I decided we're going on Ozempic because we want that Katy Perry look. But
Disgusting.
mind you, we don't know what
it's
she's
true.
doing. I got to admit, I'm a little angry about it. Like you've gotten yourself down into really great shape, but you didn't have any Ozempic, and I
No, they offered it to me. I said no.
So instead, starve yourself to death,
Yeah.
and continue.
worry.
And continue.
Don't worry, she'll
on-
go on the cancer diet soon, so it'll be fine.
So they are seriously stressed about this. They are seriously like freaked
Oh.
out about people losing weight not their way.
Right,
So
Exactly.
you can't just eat candy all day and Fruit Loops and
I don't buy that.
lose weight.
And then do a rail. Yeah,
Now-
you're right.
No, you know what? Do not say that because that is an allegedly, and we don't
Allegedly.
like to have any kind of
Allegedly. I followed up with allegedly.
Illegal
Inference.
entrapments.
inference ever. Remember,
Allegedly.
the statements of the co-hosts here do not reflect the
Radio
the
Gunk.
beliefs of Radio Gunk
Or its
Incorporated. Or its the Deppening Casey Armstrong.
Quite
Whenever I do
frankly.
a deafening disclaimer, I go, I own Disney, I own Warner Brothers, and that usually covers us. I own all Jeff Beck's music. I
Exactly.
usually say that in front.
We
and they
we
believe
are
me.
a subsidy of quite frankly. So go sue a Fillmore.
Exactly. Look for them.
Look up McDowell's. If
They're
you
they're
can't-
responsible for the
McDowell's?
content of
Yeah.
this.
Okay, so with that, let's
Well,
talk
wait,
about.
how's that? seeing that hat and talking about anorexia, do you think Beth gets hair plugs or some kind of extensions? I believe
Something's
she
up with
does.
her hair, man.
I
It's
think
been
she.
for
I
a
think all
while.
the malnutrition, she loses her hair. She's so vain.
Something
She
is
may
up.
not need it, but I think
Yeah.
she gets it, and that's why she's wearing the hat all the time.
All right,
Her
well,
hair's
let's
thin
look
as
at let's
hell.
look at them getting ready for dinner tonight, shall we? So this is tonight,
Oh Jesus!
Oh, Jesus.
and here we are. Now, before you guys got on, I was looking at this clip, and
What is going on there?
I don't know.
The extensions.
There is
at least.
no
dude.
visible
Mac.
skin in this hair. And
Yeah,
what is
that's
this
realistic.
straight line right here? What is
That's
that?
realistic.
Well, that's where it
Oh,
connects.
yeah, you're right. There's
Yeah,
a line
that's
right there.
That's
That's
right.
a straight
Is that the
line.
zipper?
That's a straight line.
Is that the
That's where it
zipper that
connects.
takes the thing on and off?
That's a
Wow.
straight ass line.
That's for like the chin strap, right?
All right, so wait.
quadrilateral.
So here, I was going to do something.
Look at those. Look at oh my! Look at clavicles.
Oh, wait. Ready?
Oh,
Ready?
Oh God!
That's a.
Oh, jeez.
Now,
You know what? And she's
Oh.
exaggerating that.
now let me
pose.
show you. I want to show
No.
this
Thing.
to you. Hang on. Now
Look at my
watch this. You're
clavicle.
looking at that picture. Okay. So I was sitting here. I don't even know how to do this so that I can, have both at the same time. Sorry, don't know how to do that. So
It's all good. It's all good.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to mimic what she's doing. Okay. And obviously I'm not as skinny as her. So hang on. So, okay.
This could go horribly right.
No. So in order to get that kind of thing going on, you physically have to make yourself do that. Like you have to
you have
stress
to-
yourself.
Like push your.
See the way I'm doing that? So you have to stress yourself
but-
to do that. Here, I want to show you her. Okay.
Yeah,
so
but-
you see what she's doing? Do you see the way the neck line
totally.
is going up? You
It's
see
a
this
sinew.
thing?
Pose, absolutely.
Like I have to.
It hurts.
It hurts.
It literally hurts.
like,
to do
look.
that.
Like, this really takes tension. It really takes like pressure to do. And that is precisely what she's doing because nobody's neck tendon goes up that. Nobody.
What's going on?
Did you say Monique gets naked for free? Is that what you're looking at?
Nobody
Oh.
does that. That's all I'm saying.
That's
so
only
that's
for a
normal
Patreon
person.
member.
That's
Yeah.
normal person, right?
Yes.
Normal
that's-
human being.
And that's tense.
And then
normal,
and
tense.
then, yeah, but
Normal, tense. And that's what she's doing.
And you know what? You guys were right when she first started doing it. That's when people were saying, "Oh, you're too skinny. You're too skinny."
Yeah, that's what she's going
And
for.
she
loves
never
That's
stopped
exactly
after
right.
that.
That's
She
exactly
loves
right.
it now. She loves it.
1,000% never stopped after people were saying, "You're too skinny."
Yes, she loves
look
it.
sick.
She's so
Sickly
mentally
right.
ill.
Nothing
So-
too
She
thin.
is legit mentally ill.
So wait, let's study this now. Let's study what's going on. So
I like the
for the
cubic
trip to
zirconia.
Miami, we need to have the giant ring. We need the bracelets from her stupid ass charity. One of her diamond encrusted Cartier bracelets. Another. Oh, this is her. Fitbit ring, stupid thing. And look at the picture. Look at him. Look at this man.
Oh, Jesus.
boy, he's going out like that. Like literally in Miami. He's dressed like that. With
Okay,
that thing
again,
on his head.
She has like
thing.
half a bare shoulder, and he has on like a full jacket. And look at how weird he looks. Like he just looks like this weird
Man,
old
man.
man.
I think he got some more allegedly some Botox.
How many times do you think it took him to take that picture and the
More
and the
than
piece
one.
of shit yesterday? How many?
This
how
is
many,
the best
how many
picture.
takes? I think
Yeah.
it took him 100 takes to do this. I think they toil over this
100%.
all day and night.
Oh,
Yep.
and they're so
But let's
tortured.
go back to the
They're
zipper on
so,
his head.
Yeah, this straight line.
That is. Yeah,
Sa-
that's
Sa-
where the hair pieces connect.
Sarah wrote in that Gary Puppet thread. She
that
goes,
system.
we're still pretending we fuck, are we? That's what the picture, right? That's what they're trying to convey.
That's
Well,
what they're trying
this
to
was
do.
make, right?
absolutely awful and frightening. I have to tell you.
Look at that. I mean, and his clothes don't even fit him. That's the best part. They're
Oh,
just
never
kind of
have.
like hanging. They
Never
just
have.
hang.
So
this-
remind me
listen,
to look up
this
this
is what
dress
they
later. I'll
want.
do that.
What we're
Of
doing,
course.
it's what they want. They want
Exactly.
people to say,
The
"Oh my
terrorist
God,
win,
they're so
yes.
skinny." Blah, blah, blah. That's what feeds them.
Yes.
She has
That's what
Cesar
feeds
Ramiro's
them.
mouth
That's what they want.
on her left shoulder. It's just- Tamara Francois has a good point. Howard can't handle the side effects of Ozempic. I agree with that. He's such a lightweight.
what are the
Isn't
side
that way
effects?
too strong? I don't know.
This could be. This
Anything.
actually could be fun.
It's all too much.
No
What are
idea.
the side effects of Ozempic? I agree with her. No matter what it is, he can't handle it.
Let's see.
I am so not showing off, you big sillies. I'm just trying to show you
off.
that it's very easy to do that. Millennium Towers, Mo, I'm in the mirror doing the same. She looks like no effort is going in. Yeah, true. But it does hurt. It hurts to do that. It really does. It hurts to do that. Yes. Mo
Here
is
we
dressed
go.
up for a night at Cracker Barrel.
You want to hear the side effects?
With Chris Rock's mom. Same table.
Dennis has never taken me
Hey.
to Cracker Barrel in Tampa. I
Hey.
can
I
rest
have better
assured.
taste
Hey,
than that.
Mo.
I'm sorry.
Only the best. What?
You guys want to hear the side effects?
Of?
Ozempic.
Oh, go ahead. Go for it.
Okay. Call your doctor at once if you have vision change, unusual mood changes, thoughts of hurting yourself, pounding heartbeats, or fluttering in your chest, a lightheaded feeling like you might pass out, signs of thyroid swelling, or a lump in your neck through swallowing, symptoms of pancreatitis, severe pain in your upper stomach spreading to your back. Let's see, gallbladder problems,
Ozempic.
pain, fever, clay-colored stools, low blood sugar, headaches, hunger,
I
weakness,
think my dog is on Ozempic.
confusion,
Play-Doh-colored stools.
irritability, dizziness, fast heart rate, and feeling jittery.
Same side effects as this podcast. That's right.
Well, I was
Absolutely.
going to
How'd
say,
you know?
we got it, Ozempic. Don't sue us. We got it. That's every side effect on the face of the earth.
Exactly. Covering your bases with every
Pretty
single
much.
thing that possibly
I was
happen.
talking to my therapist about Wellbutrin, and I read the side effects to him. I said to him, "Have you noticed every medication has the same side effects? All of them. In
All of
other
them.
words, don't sue us.
May
They
cause
just
heart
put everything down.
palpitations.
Yes,
In some
Wait.
cases, may cause death.
I love it.
That's a bad complication. G Canada, yeah, I'm out with the clay-colored stool.
Oh,
Yeah.
who cares? Please.
Of all the bad things, the clay-colored
You know what? If
stools
you
is
could
the
lose
line.
25 pounds, why wouldn't you? Fuck it. Fuck it. What's with a little diarrhea? What was it? I don't even know what that is.
Clay-colored. It's
Clay-colored
like
poop.
clay-colored. It's like light brown.
Okay, so
Tan.
let's talk about how Howard spent his day, because it's riveting, as you'll
I don't
hear.
think he got that. That's 11 kilograms, bro.
11. What are you talking about?
25 pounds.
Beth got all dressed up, and I looked like a schlub, of course.
Schlumb.
Like she gets
Schlub.
into, she goes, I haven't dressed up in so long. We haven't gone out to dinner. I can't wait. And she's wearing the high heels and the whole thing, and I'm like wearing a wrinkled shirt from my closet.
If you look like a schlub,
You know,
why do you have Ralph?
It's kind of funny to
Tony,
me when
and
a guy
five
walks around with his
stylists?
wife and he's
Really?
like a schlub, and the woman's all dressed up.
Show off.
I look like a bum.
That's Howard
But
fishing.
it was
for a
cool. We had a
compliment.
nice
Ralph
time.
Stein.
Totally.
And then we made
Did you
sure to
enjoy
get,
the restaurant? You
Yeah.
enjoyed eating outside and
yeah, had the Chilean sea bass. Look at me.
look at you.
Whoa.
So excited. So excited he ate something outside of his norm. So excited that he had something that his chef on hand did not make for him.
It's not even,
Please die
and that's
of
like
mercury poisoning.
it's not even a sea bass. I forgot what it actually is, but they just gave it a fancy name so they could charge more for it. It's like
Why?
garbage fish from Chile.
Why isn't Chilean sea bass Chilean sea
Mr.
bass?
Gordon's
It
fish
isn't.
sticks,
It's an up marketing thing. I forgot what it was.
Is
was.
Chilean
They
sea
even
bass not Chilean sea bass anymore?
No, it is not. It's an up marketing thing to sell it for more, so you can sell it for $30.
It's now a
It is-
Central
it's-
Islip
it
sea
is
bass
the
money.
Patagonian toothfish.
See?
What
I
are you talking about?
That's
It
what
literally
Google's telling
was.
me. There you go.
Chaka Khan said the same
Chaka
thing.
Khan.
Patagonian toothfish.
How about Howard's win-win? He does the same move where he fake compliments. He compliments, embellishes Beth, and then does this fake self-deprecation on himself. And so people push back. Oh no, Howard, you look great with Ralph style.
Oh, I have that. I have that clip. He asked a few times what how did he look? What do you think? And stuff like that. So then he's eating lunch, or I don't even know. I guess it must have been lunch because they were in the hotel. And he's got like this weird non-understanding about special treatment, even though he's the one who demands it.
I don't know. It was like weird. I went to lunch with my wife first, which was another biggie. I didn't just eat in the room. I actually went downstairs and had lunch.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I did that. And then everyone always takes us, I guess we make people so crazy. Everyone always takes me to some private area where there are no people. And then I'm sitting there with my wife and he goes, we could be doing this in our room. Why are we sitting here? And we're all,
Why
I
is
said,
she
I think
there
they
at
keep
all?
people away from us because
Stay home, Beth. I dare you.
they think I'm so famous or something, which I'm not.
You did demand like the top.
He demands this. This is the treatment he expects because he loves his fame. This is what
Exactly.
he thinks he deserves.
10 floors or something.
Yeah. And then, exactly. And then I was like sitting there and I go, my wife goes, we should have lunch, but we should see people and see
Yes.
action. And it's fun to look at other people. I said, well, I don't know what to tell you. They isolated us way.
How hard is it for you to say, excuse me, can we move to a different table?
Hard because he won't be as famous.
He wants it. This is what he
won't-
wants. How hard to move to a different table at the Satai? How hard?
Into this little corner
Not at all.
here.
Were you? I mean,
Monique, are
was it
meals included?
outside?
Hang on.
I guess, it was outside. I was like so frustrated in the sense that I feel like everyone is on edge around here because they know how miserable I am.
Yes, they are on edge because you are miserable. You
You're a
are a
miserable
horrible
bastard.
human being. You don't deserve the fame and fortune that you have. You
And the
just don't deserve it.
treatment he gets for it.
You know what? I'm okay with him having that treatment when he was at peak of his powers.
Yeah, but now
he
he-
still thinks that he's that guy.
Well, I
Yeah.
despise it because he feels entitled to it.
Yes,
that
of
he's
course.
better, and that is such a douchebag thing to do. I mean, it really is a douchebag thing. I mean,
Yes, of course it
there are
is.
a
He
lot
He
of
doesn't know
wealthier,
that
more
his time
famous
has
people.
come and
There.
gone.
Yes, he doesn't
It's
know
like
that.
if,
He doesn't know that.
Plus,
like-
he's on the
No.
radio. It's not even like there's a
Exactly.
No. He's on the actual.
He's
radio.
not even on the radio. He's on Sirius.
If you want to call it
Yeah,
that, right?
yeah.
If you wanna call
He's
it
not
that.
on the
pay
radio
channel.
anymore.
It's a pay
Monique,
channel.
Tone Cop wants to know if you ever tried the Coney Island whitefish.
Oh Jesus!
Just putting Coney Island in front of anything besides hot dogs makes you throw up.
Yes, Chaka Khan, thank you. Howard ruins everybody's day.
Yes.
Yes,
He's
he
a
does.
blight on everything around.
He is a blight on
Yes.
society.
Blight.
Blight. I
Nice.
love that word. Let me write that
I
down.
learned that from the first vacation. When Chevy Chase is driving around and they roll the windows up and he goes, "Hey kids, you notice all this blight?" I'm like, "What does that mean?"
It's
Over and
great.
over again. I kept rewinding it. I'm like, "What is blight?" And I finally looked it up. And
It's great.
realized-
It's great
Was
word.
that the first one?
Yeah, vacation
All right,
one.
let's
Do you
let's
remember when they
continue.
were in St. Louis?
Oh,
Yeah, that was right before. I think it was right around.
It was like,
St.
let's,
Louis.
like, excuse me. I said, fuck you, mama. Thank you.
okay, let's go on. Continue with his special treatment. Here we go. Oh, sorry.
And everyone's trying to make me happy. And that, you can't make me happy. When just leaving my house makes me unhappy. It's got nothing to do with anything everyone does a perfect job around here. The place looks great. The studios look great. The studios are gorgeous. I think because they ushered me to keep me away from everyone. They ushered me into the studio through a back door.
Usher him in through a back door.
And then I
Usher.
leave. I have no sense of even where
so
I
you
am.
never went
Nice humble
around and
brag.
got a
No.
tour of the
No.
rest
doesn't
of
even
the
know what the
No.
doesn't even
I don't know where I-
what the place looks like.
I'm
That's
telling you,
embarrassing.
Opie used to talk about on his old show how nobody bothered. He would observe. He would kind of not stalk Howard, but he would spy on him, and nobody bothered him. He would just walk through there, and nobody came up. It's completely self-induced. He loves the power of being able to do that. There's absolutely nothing
So-
to this.
So they have a clear the halls edict in Miami.
Everywhere.
It's been
Oh,
back
it's just
since
clear the
K-Rock,
halls.
Dennis. That's
Are you
been going on
kidding
since
me?
K-Rock.
Yes,
I
they have
know,
a
it's
clear
just
the
a-
halls. Yes, they do, and you're going to hear it momentarily
Yes,
when Ronnie
he
talks
actually
about
says
it.
in the show.
Rupert Puckins says 15-year-old girls on TikTok are more recognizable than the 70-year-old Pelican.
Oh, I know,
wait,
I know.
wait until you get to the Alex Earl interview
Oh,
because
Jesus
I
Christ.
cut more clips of that than probably anything else on the show today because I am fascinated at his inability to talk with a 22-year-old.
But the thing is,
Why would you
how
want
could he?
to?
How should he? He shouldn't be able to talk to
Right.
a 22-year-old.
Thousand- want to.
1,000%, and we'll get into that as soon as we
All
get
right.
to
Yeah,
her.
I know.
So here he is praising Miami, and as Dennis had written in the listening thread, kind of, or maybe somebody else, kind of making Robin a little jealous of the fact that he's there. But again, he lives an hour and a half
we were
away
all
from
saying
there,
that.
on the water, on the beach, in Palm Beach. So here's him praising Miami. Here we go.
It's pretty lovely. I mean, it's the beach and the ocean, gorgeous. I said to
Yeah,
my
I
wife,
was
Gorgeous
noticing
ocean.
the water
He lives in
when
Palm Beach.
JD was in his
I know.
Speedo.
What is?
It was like, look at that water. It's so
Well,
beautiful.
wait a minute.
I was sitting out eating dinner. I said, honey, it feels like we're in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Come to Florida. It's beautiful.
All right,
This
so,
is so
hold on.
weird.
There is a difference, though, from Palm Beach, Atlantic
Absolutely.
Ocean, to Miami, Atlantic Ocean, because the Gulf Stream goes offshore around Hollywood. Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood, it goes offshore, and the water does change.
In
But
what way?
it actually turns darker. It is bright blue down by Miami up through Hollywood. It's actually bright blue, kind of tropical.
But
and
on
then-
but on our side, it's also bright. It's like turquoise.
Well,
It's like
that's
gorgeous.
the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah.
It's different.
Well, yeah,
this
it's like
is the
when you-
Atlantic Ocean.
Is
So-
it like when you fly into like BVI where it gets that turquoise? 'Cause
Yes.
I've been
Yes.
to Miami. I've never noticed that the water's different. I've never been
I
to Palm
did say
Beach.
It's
Key
turquoise.
West and the water was different, but I don't remember Miami water being
yeah.
different.
No, it's turquoise. It's becoming more turquoise because it's tropical. Key West is a little bit more turquoise, but
it is a weird though. It's like someone who lives at Disneyland saying, "Hey, we're over at Universal Studios. You should check it out." It's like you still live in one of the most exclusive places on Earth.
Right. There's
Yes.
a downgrade going here for him.
Absolutely.
Downgrade.
Exactly.
It's a
Pretending.
downgrade. Yes, it's a downgrade. That's exactly
yeah,
right.
I mean,
So
'cause he lives in a place where it's called Billionaires Row.
Billionaires
told-
Road. That's Jeffrey Epstein.
If you told Howard he had to move to Miami tomorrow, he'd kill himself.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Actually, it'd be like someone in Rosalind being told they had to move to Central Islip
Yeah.
or mastic.
or Old Westbury or Mastic Beach. Right.
So Beanie Mac posted this for us
Jesus
today.
Christ.
I'm not going to put the volume on. It's JD and John Blick go Speedo shopping in Miami. I've not watched this, but Robin was talking about how she noticed in the JD clip how beautiful the water was, and that's why Howard was saying how stunning it is. So let's take a look at these people, by the way.
Oh, for
Let's-
God's sake!
Blick, you're
come on,
so
I ate dinner.
crazy.
So there's Hein looking really just like a 50-year-old lesbian. I cannot stand him. There's
He
Blick,
drives a Subaru, right?
who inexplicably spends a shit ton of money, and nobody has any idea where it comes from.
He looks like someone who's transitioning and ran out of money.
Oh, come
He
on!
looks
my
like
dinner's
half.
coming.
So they went shopping for Speedos. There's fleshy white men.
So the goal is our boss is gay. We're going to put Speedos on and do something extremely homoerotic to get on
What
the
was
air
that speeding
to
accountant?
qualify us even coming down here. That's the entire plan.
Yes.
Look at us
Hey,
wacky.
let me-
That old gag with the fucking Speedos.
Yeah. So everybody's in office. That's Mike Perlman, who thinks
that I know
he's
his
like
name.
he's also a Eugene.
They're
He's
all
like a
Eugenes. I know.
Hey,
They're
tough
all
guy.
Eugenes.
Hey, I'm tough guy.
tough guy.
I'm tough guy. Hey.
Tough guy.
Tough guy.
Now look
Come
at
do
his
some push-ups.
body. Just look at the zero that encapsulates right below his titties and going into his.
Oh, look at they're all
yeah.
looking
Look at
Jesus
this. Look at this
Christ.
monster.
Ah!
Look at these monsters. Yeah.
Just when you thought the Jews had to preserve their race, we have Howard Stern.
Oh my
show.
God, he looks
But-
Chinese. He looks like he looks like Chin. He looks like he should be in.
Look at the
a
belly.
Charlie
Look
Chin.
at what's going on here.
What part
Look
of
how
this is
white.
Oh.
Why is this entertaining? Why is this a bit?
Oh.
Because they're bosses in the homoerotic.
Come on.
Closeted.
Is
This is the way to please the boss.
Yeah,
this
it's the way
is
to
what
please
we
the
do.
boss.
Oh my God.
It's not
He
supposed
looks
to
like
be
number
hot.
one son.
So yeah, everybody had to go. Everybody, let's go. Let's go
Oh
shopping.
my God,
Everybody.
it's embarrassing.
Lowbrow, predictable, unfunny horseshit to please the boss. This is just.
And why is this like a bit? You know, it's so
not
funny
a bit.
because would this have even been funny like 15 years ago?
No.
Like
No.
I can't even
No.
imagine.
Well, you remember Casey coming out in the Speedo back in the day? Like that was a constant
See,
thing.
that
Oh,
was
yeah.
something.
Right. That was something.
At least Casey
this-
was something to look at, for
This
God's
is
sakes.
obviously recycled
That was
crap.
for Howard
Yep.
Spank Bank.
That's right.
Yes, exactly.
That's right.
Oh God. No,
Is that Mamet?
die.
Horrible
Matt.
camera work too.
Did he get a haircut
Horrible.
down there? Why does he look so weird? What's going on with him?
They all just
Imagine
look weird.
Presenting this crap to your family. This is what you do. This is my job.
This is almost as embarrassing as saying I do a.
Yeah, it's
I
almost
do-
embarrassing
I do
as
this
doing the show.
podcast.
That's right.
Right? Who are we to talk?
Who are we?
They're all
Jesus
Jew-Jeans. That entire
Christ.
lineup are Jew-Jeans.
No, none of them are Jews.
Is that
Except
Ronnie?
Wilding?
Blitt.
Perlman, Blitt,
Oh,
they're
Ronnie
all Jews.
Perlman Blitt. Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Yes,
I'm
yes,
not.
yes, yes.
Oh.
This is okay.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna wait till we see them running on the beach so that we can. Yeah. Okay. so
Oh
here's the
God,
beach.
no!
Here
You
comes
know
the
the
beach.
movie 10. This is
How
negative
tall are
5.
these cats, man?
Oh,
Could
Shot on
he
a
be any
phone.
whiter? Could he be any
Oh,
whiter
God
if he
damn.
tried?
Could the show
1,000%
be
shot on
any
a phone. No,
Holy
street
mother
permits.
of God!
oh! He has,
Look at how
all the tone
crappy
of
that
a
looks.
jellyfish. I mean,
Like a
that is
dead
just-
manatee.
Look how crappy that looks.
Oh,
Jesus
he's whiter than the surf. I mean, Jesus.
Jesus Christ!
And who is this for? Meaning, it's not even really on TV. You're filming what for who, and who's the audience
Oh,
watching this, and what
No,
is this for?
no, stop.
It's
Oh,
absolutely vile.
oh
And
God.
yes, thank you for sharing. It
Oh.
was really gross. Look at
This
them.
replaced the Sibian?
Yes, yes, it did.
Good to know.
Watch on the app.
Used
that
to be
no one
Carmen
cares
Electra
for.
on a
Yeah, nobody cares
the
about
electric
Yeah,
pony.
there's
Now we
so
have
Nobody
many-
cares about your TV show, Howard.
His
Nobody.
TV show. He has a
Dude,
TV show.
Is it really a TV show if it's shot on someone's phone?
Oh, I'm kidding. Obviously.
No,
He
I mean
thinks
that's
he's
what it
on
was,
TV.
dude.
He really does. He
There was
thinks
no
he's on
ND
TV.
on that camera. Nothing. It was just straight out someone's phone.
Yeah, the guys in everyone in the chats, not all the how derivative and hacky this is. This old gag about guys in speedos. This has been done 10,000 times, and these jagoffs go down
Like,
there.
who cares, dude?
This is their reason. This is how they rationalize it. This is the big bit they've been planning for weeks.
This
and
was
weeks
their
and weeks.
ticket.
Earn their keep.
This was their ticket to the show. This was their ticket. And Howard gave the green light for these things.
Oh yeah,
So,
Of course he did.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds like a great bit.
basic bitch.
JD in a Speedo.
Yep.
That's
Do you
amazing.
think that
Lowbrow
he
basic
actually
bitch.
even like knows what's coming up? I mean,
No.
it's almost
So-
like they just give him a printout the day before or like the
Yes.
day of. This is what
So
we're
then-
showing.
After this, Ronnie comes in, and then we learn a little bit about the Howard Miami studio protocol, which I thought was kind of interesting. So here he is crying about how he's not with the pores, which really is staying at the Satai, nobody's a poor, but, how he's not interacting with the people. But here's the protocol, and, Ronnie fondly remembering what it used to be like when he was Ronnie's guy, and he's no longer Ronnie's guy.
It's
Like
just so
Howard's guy.
fucking weird. Like, you walk in the hall here in the morning, and Bill's out there
Yeah.
by the door.
Bill's
like,
the dude who took over.
Yeah.
But Bill's running my security and
Right.
stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
so he's out there, by the door like I used to be,
Right.
and then they got this whole thing now. When you come out of your green room and come into the studio,
Yeah.
like everything halts, like
Clear the hallway.
Right.
the president's
Halts.
coming through.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're telling me like, you
Howard
gotta
doesn't
wait,
know.
you gotta wait.
I don't know.
They're telling Ronnie that he has to
Yeah.
wait now. Ronnie was the one telling everybody that they had to wait.
This used to be me telling people you gotta wait.
Right.
It was just fucking weird, man.
Now you're the
That's
danger.
embarrassing.
Bill's
Yeah,
going to keep you
the
away
danger.
from me.
No, it wasn't even Bill.
Yeah,
It's like
right.
they got the girls doing it.
Right.
Also, like if
That's
you're
right,
down the
Sam.
hallway,
Yeah.
halt, don't move. Howard it's coming out. It's like
That's what I wanted you to do all these years. You never, no one was halted. Everyone was
Howard,
coming near me.
You know what's
yeah.
so funny?
Yeah.
I don't know Bill's name. I
Yeah.
don't know what Bill looks like. I don't know Bill's personality. He's never called me a cunt. I mean,
Right.
it's a different vibe.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
So, you know what's really sad about that?
Hmm.
They're basically pushing away his own employees. I mean, that's really what this is coming down to. That is embarrassing. I mean,
Yeah.
it literally is embarrassing.
Stop
As we
gassing
heard
up his
yesterday
head.
from Gary saying that, no, your studio is locked. There's nobody else is allowed to come in here. Andy Cohen has his own studio set up somewhere else. Nobody else is allowed in here. But you don't want your own people. You don't want your own people near
But
you.
can we be honest for two seconds? Ronnie was an usher. We all know the real security is those SEAL cats.
Yeah, SEAL Team Sex.
And do you think Ronnie could actually stop the average fifth grader from getting past him?
No, I mean that
No.
goes back
Zero
to
chance.
K-Rock. We got
So it's
Casey.
just, I like how the
Casey
whole
was the
facade.
security.
This Bill kid, he's just an usher too, man. The real security are those retired Navy guys. Like,
And retired policemen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
exactly.
I'm just
So-
floored by the fact that this is the protocol. He bitches about not being around anybody, not seeing anybody, not doing anything. Yet these are his rules. Nobody else is going to make up the friggin' rules for
Exactly.
your show. These are your rules.
Right. All for you.
This is
You get
how
all the
you
money,
want it.
all your rules, your hours, all for you. All of it.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is you wanted it and you want to feel special. You want to be the pretty princess. You got it. So don't bitch. Do not bitch.
Though Howard did say that Bill was New York, I think New York police.
They actually
It's a
got
badge
someone
money,
Most of
course
them
he
are.
is.
qualified to do
Mr.
that job.
Badge money.
You mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've
Ronnie
never
is
felt-
right. 5'4" and weighs 140 pounds. You could have got him as 12.
I've never felt less emotion for human interaction or sentimentality than that right there, Ronnie and Howard. Gas up his head a little more. Is there anything? I have nothing for that. I don't feel sorry for you. I don't relate. I don't care.
No,
You
nothing
should be
about him. is
ashamed for even showing him that you care.
And it's sad. It's like shame on you that you feel this way about a man who will never feel the same way about you. You know, they all have this whole unrequited love thing going on with Howard. You know, they all want daddy to
Well,
love
Love
them.
them.
And he'd rather see you cry and be upset about the fact that you miss me so much. And it's so part of his narcissism complex that he has. Love me,
question.
miss me, adore me.
Question about that. Do you think he does that to the three daughters?
Probably in a different way. Probably in a more passive aggressive
I
way.
really
Probably
wondering.
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you because I know that Jewish man. I'm going to tell you that they are very. They use money as a weapon. So
Yeah.
Absolutely.
this is how everything stays in control and how everything stays tightly wound. So they
So
they
something
will.
special is happening on Sunday. Can anybody care to guess?
Oh,
This Sunday?
This Sunday, the 7th. I believe this is the 7th. I could be wrong.
May 7th
So-
is this Sunday.
Yeah,
Ashley's
so-
engagement party or something.
No. This
No,
is
but
something
you're on
like
the
this.
right track.
This is a milestone that Howard probably has dreaded for many years.
Is it the divorce? Is the anniversary of the
No.
divorce?
His
No?
oldest daughter will be a middle-aged adult. She
40.
turns
Oh,
40.
40.
Yeah, I
on
thought
Sunday.
you there. We got to do something for that.
He did bring.
We should.
We got to have something for that.
Can you imagine?
Definitely.
Like how he outed to be a grandfather, and then he somehow took it back and now pretends that never happened. The fact that he has a middle-aged kid now is gonna screw with him on some level.
He
Oh,
did
yeah.
mention it today that she is 40. He did
Did
mention
he say
it.
mention
40?
Did he really?
Yes, he
Yes,
did.
he did.
Oh,
mention
shut
it.
my
Well, what
face
was
in.
it? What was it they were talking about? Somebody else was 40, and he said my daughter's turning
Pitbull.
40.
It was
Oh,
Pitbull. Was it during Pitbull? It was during the girl. Was it during the ditzy girl? Or
Alex
was it during
Earl?
Bon Jovi?
I don't remember. Somebody
That's
also
what
was
happens with
40.
this show.
Somebody also was 40, and he said, my daughter is 40.
Pitbull's
Oh.
40.
Not yet.
Something like this.
Howard, why is your
Like-
daughter 30 years old younger than you, and she has gray hair and you don't?
Exactly.
Oh,
What's going on?
dude, absolutely.
crazy.
Stephanie is 40. That's what it was. It was Ronnie.
Stephanie's
It was
40?
Stephanie's
Okay.
40.
Steph-
She's gonna be
Oh, thank
full
you.
gray
That's
by the
right.
time she's 50.
Right? Isn't Stephanie's birthday soon too? I think.
It was today. Or
Oh,
yesterday. It was
there you go.
yesterday. It was yesterday.
Right.
doesn't
That's why you
count.
brought it up.
The fear you're talking
today.
about, Monique,
After-
is
on
the threat
Titty
he always
Tuesday.
levies, is that they'd have no life, they'd have no job prospects without him, and you stay employed because I choose to stay employed, and you have nothing without me. And that threat always looms, and that's how you get behavior like that.
'Cause it is so empty
They're
without me.
henpecked.
Yes, of course. And they all are going for daddy's love and approval so that they can stay in his good graces.
You
It's
have
the
no
same
chance
cycle,
in life
whether it's his
without my
children,
employee.
whether it's his employees, it's all the same thing, and it all feeds into his narcissism. That's it. That's the
Well,
tweet.
And it's all about money, essentially, at the end of the day. It's
But
totally
going
all-
back to his staff, what else are they going to do if it's not for Howard? I mean,
Nothing.
what
Wendy's.
what
They work at
amazing
Wendy's.
vocational.
I don't know, but this is an amazing what they're doing
Ronnie,
now.
what
It's
would
the most
Ronnie be doing
embarrassing
if he
job in the
wasn't
face.
on stage?
There's
Right.
nothing
He would
less
just be
important
retired
than this
from
job.
his. He'd probably still having to, work
would
as a
be-
limo
company.
driver
He
out
would
there.
be
He'd
a
probably be
Lyft
doing
driver.
Lyft.
Yeah, he would be fine. Ronnie would
And
be
that's
fine.
it's cool. I mean,
He'd have a
Well, no,
little
Ronnie
company.
had the limo company, so he would have sold it, and he'd just gone. He would have retired anyway. I mean,
And you know what? He still would
Yeah.
have sold his house for as much as he did. So
yeah,
theast that.
So
wait,
he,
so a
the
guy
rest
who
of
owned
them,
a company wrote an application in crayon. Is that,
It wasn't crayon.
is that what I'm supposed to process?
I love Jackie getting goofed on for walking out on the show. I would way rather have Jackie's life than work on this horseshit show. Which you know how embarrassing it is to be associated to this crap. I would way rather be Jackie. and
Jackie
have
also
Jackie's
got
life.
lucky to tie into some really good real estate. I mean, that's
It's
what happened
fine.
with Jackie.
I'm glad he did it. He deserves it. Good for Jackie.
You know, I don't know
I
how
root for
much Joke Man is bringing in these days, but you know
You
what?
don't think
As long
Joke
as
Man
he
Oh,
is
you don't
has
have a Joke
enough,
Man Jr.?
as long as he has enough to get to the end of the day,
Joke Master?
it's a win in
Joke
my
Master
book.
Jr. Yeah, remember?
Joke
I saw one of those
Master
at Bed Bath and Beyond one day.
No,
It
you
was-
didn't.
I did. This is like
Oh,
several
you better
years
hurry
ago.
if you want to get one there because they're going out of business.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure. You know what? I'm sure that's the only thing left on the shelves right now.
Exactly.
God,
Get a
I-
deep discount.
I kind of feel bad for Bed Bath and Beyond. I must
I don't.
confess. I
It's
know.
their own. It's their own
It
fault.
happens.
Of course, it's their own
I feel
fault.
bad for
Their
the
own fault.
employees.
It's
People
everybody's
who-
own
Some people
fault.
made scratch off of that.
Yeah. All right, let's move on.
Beanie
So-
Mac, do us a favor. I want to hear a story. I want you to tell your girlfriend you listen to this show, and I want you to get back to us and tell us
I want you to
I,
record
I
it.
would like
Don't.
you guys to listen to it as a couple.
as a couple.
Yeah.
Please
Record it. I mean, record it. I want
Beanie
to
Mac
hear that
ain't
one.
hold
that
hands.
brave. Nobody is.
You know, fun fact for all of you who don't even realize it, but again, on our website, if you go up to the top where the header is, which is a lovely one of Grand Central Station,
Yes.
you can click on that, and that will take you to the actual
Get out
site
of here.
where all the
No.
podcasts exist. Everything is here, and
didn't
then
know
when you
that.
click on it, and it takes you to it, you can actually download it
Thank you
here.
once again, Johnny Bye Bye,
look
for
at
saving
that.
all
Look
the
at all
obscure
these
old
things.
ones, which we
Yes,
lost.
thank you, Johnny. Bye bye.
Awesome. It is always sunny in RadioGunk.
I contend that interview with Mutt is a must listen. You and Xavier did, as a matter of fact. It's a rare kind of one-off, and people
It
don't
was
know it
rare.
exists. And I think it's a really, really good chat about the message boards and how Stern Fan Network got taken down and how that all happened, and Howard behind the scenes and the Superfan Roundtable.
Yeah, I asked him to come back on. I think we wanted him for something. I can't remember
Yeah,
what
it'd be
it
fun
was, but
to
he had
chit-chat once
something
again.
going on. I think he had something unfortunate going on in his life at the time, but I think I can broach that subject again with him, but I can't remember what it was that we wanted him for.
Just always want to chit chat.
Yeah.
I got mad at Mutt for lying to you during that because you read a question of mine. I was Arthur Curry on
Yes.
Stern Fan Network and ARM at some point or another, and he banned me because when the stuff went down where Howard and Beth blew off Gary's dad's funeral, everybody just went nuts on Beth, and they just kept banning everybody for anything you said negative. Howard had them
Oh,
because
yeah, that
he
was
had the
funny.
Superfan Roundtable, and he denied that he had that edict. It really pissed me off. He banned hundreds of people that day.
Yeah, and don't you remember what's his face joined our forum the day after the Mutt interview?
Oh, God.
Jack Daniels,
Oh,
John Daniels?
We've
Yeah,
had
yeah, yeah.
every mod on Stern Fan Network on our site at one point.
Yes, we
or
have.
another.
Yes, we have.
And
they
they
come-
all were incognito.
yes, every one
No
of them.
one knew. There's this visceral hate for them, and they were just,
Yeah, they
Mutt,
didn't
that
care.
was the-
All right, we got to continue. We got lots of clips to
Please,
get to.
yeah, 'cause I wanna
So
go to bed
here's
tonight.
Howard fishing for compliments. I'm just going to play that really quickly. Here we go.
Yes.
Yeah, What did you can be honest with
Yeah.
me? What did you guys think when you saw me? I look older, right?
No,
I mean,
you look the same.
You
dude.
look the same.
Oh, no, boss. No, boss.
I swear to God, you don't look any different than when we
called
saw
it.
you 3 years ago, which is hard to believe.
all right, you
I didn't hear it. We called it. I
Asshole.
didn't even hear it.
Thank you, Ida. I can't believe you've never been on
I
a
can't
website.
believe that either.
But by the way, you'd get sucked in, and it wouldn't be good for you. It's not good for your health.
You don't think it'd be good for her?
It's our forum. Forum life is a habitual medium. Like
Ida's
most
too
people
pure
that
as
are
a
on
driven
there.
snow for this
Yeah,
toxic
she's no,
environment.
she's
Yeah, I don't
no,
wanna-
she's no pure princess. Trust me.
I mean, she is in a real way, in a way that the forum is too
Yes.
toxic. For
Toxic?
It
Toxic?
can be.
did you
Yeah,
say?
yeah. Not everybody, but there is an element
Toxic?
that I don't know
Well,
if
as
you-
long as you don't go into politics, and as long as you don't click on any thread that is not made by
That is-
me, or I can't even include you, Xavier.
Absolutely.
Me.
You,
Mine
well,
are
you
good,
don't
mine
really
are good.
make posts
Yes, I-
except for your morning.
No, I do.
Threadness.
I do.
Sometimes on
I
beef.
do. I do.
Usually,
I do.
you
On
usually
beef.
make it totally Howard related, which is
Of course,
different.
absolutely.
She can-
Mine
she
are
can
always
lurk,
Howard related
certainly.
because it's Howard Stern Forum.
Yes.
Good
But
for
just
you.
so you know, Ida, just let me know on like Insta or something that you're signing up, because we usually have like a long queue because we never get around to proving
It is-
people, and then by the time we do, they have no interest in joining us anymore, which is why we're 5,000
Yeah,
people.
let's
or
not.
something. We're coming up
Let's
to
not burn our
5,000
bridges with
people.
Ida. How's that?
Yeah.
It's
not
a
our-
wretched hide of scum and villainy.
Absolutely
It's like
treachery.
Los,
It's just
Los
horrible.
Angeles. Okay.
Okay, so now we're going to get to Alex Earl. Okay, sorry, Pipple came in. So
Pitbull came in.
Pitbull was a Pitbull, ran rings
One,
around
2,
Howard.
3, 4.
Rings.
Pitbull. All right. So every time Howard tried to do some type of psychological mumbo jumbo on Pitbull,
He had
Pitbull
none of
just
it.
ignored the question and went on with a rational answer about his parents, about growing up, about how he kind of got into music, and then
Went to
about what
many
he's doing in the
schools.
20
Went to 20 different schools growing up.
Yeah, and then
20
he
different
now
schools.
has 26 schools for underprivileged kids that
Wow.
he pays for, and which
He
Just
doesn't
like
take
Howard.
any of their eyes out. He
No.
doesn't fly them down to Miami on private
and he doesn't
planes.
put them on. And he also said, if you listen to the name Instagram, it's like a drug. So literally, he was bashing on social media. And I'm just thinking, going, come on, Howard, tell him about
Exactly.
your wife's Instagram
We have the current total
account.
for the year.
Yeah.
It would
So
be hard to pull that up.
yeah, nearly 1,600 posts so far this year for our best.
122 days.
122 days, 1,600 posts.
I mean, so Pitbull was very,
Pitbull.
being Pitbull.
Pitbull is
And
Pitbull. And there's
the-
no
and the
different
funniest part-
guy. He is very honest, straightforward, and he's a good man.
He's been on the show at least 3
Yeah, well-
times. This
yeah,
is some
exactly.
new
So
thing.
it was-
We're acting like
It
this
was
is
weird that he tried to talk to him like he didn't know him, like he's
Yeah,
been on
yeah,
twice
yeah.
before. But the thing was,
He is 70.
one of the things he got up, he's like, "You dance so masculine."
Oh God.
Jesus Christ! I mean, come on. That
I'm
just-
glad Pitbull's using his power for good, but it's bizarre. Does he sing? Does he play any instruments? Can he rap? Like, what is
Pitbull
his
can sing.
musical talent?
He has some musical talent. Yeah, he does.
Isn't he
I
kind of
we
just
were
like
listening to
speak
some
along
Pitbull
and rap?
earlier,
Like,
but
it's
you're right.
so
He
good.
hasn't been
It doesn't
big for over
really-
10 years. I agree. But he's a producer, isn't he? He
I guess
produces
so.
music. I don't know. I don't know
It's a
what Pitbull
weird-
does. I got to be honest with you. I don't really know him.
He's an entrepreneur.
It's
Entrepreneur.
Kinda like
He's
Spanish
entrepreneur.
dance
He's a
rap, and he
producer.
speed talks along to it.
I don't know. I want to get into Alex Earl though because this was kind of fascinating to
Oh
me.
wait! Before we get there,
Yes.
they actually had right before Pitbull came in, they had an Aerosmith commercial announcing the tour. They had a
Ooh, how
minute-long
brave.
commercial for Aerosmith
Wow.
today, which
Wow,
was
so
so bizarre.
Maybe that was the
because
quid
they
pro
had-
quo. Maybe they had to do that. Maybe they bought
Total quid
space.
pro
They
quo.
bought airtime.
Yes, and that's why they were going to interview them because it was wig pro quo, but they still had to play the ad, which was so weird.
Yeah.
So weird.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Thank you for mentioning that. I had forgotten all about that. Okay. So let's move on to Alex Earl. So before we move on to Alex Earl, let us see what an Alex Earl is all about, shall we? So
She's about meeting guys. She's about meeting girls.
yeah. So it's called GRWM. Get ready with me. And many girls on TikTok do this. So for many of you who are not on TikTok, let me give you a little
I
clue
don't
in.
know TikTok except they do this.
Okay, so really what it's about is people like Alex Earl.
Right.
And
Vapid?
mid 20 somethings who go on air and decide to talk about their lives in a way that makes them seem relatable,
Yeah, right,
and
sure.
everything has to be like a really quick hit. So let's do a little Alex Earl so that you can all appreciate who she is.
Get ready with me to go on the Howard Stern show. It is 6 in the morning right now, so we needed coffee. This is my first ever podcast interview type situation. And you know what? I'm not gonna lie, I am a little nervous. Having a conversation with someone is fine for me, but the second that I see the whole big setup and like headphones and like microphones, I'm gonna be like, I feel like it'll be cool to like tell my story to a different audience, and then I also want you guys to listen, obviously. I'm really just gonna try to be myself, and like if I mess up or like stumble over my words, like that's fine. That's me. I do that. It's normal. I don't know why I thought sometimes for these things you would like get the questions before.
So the way it basically works is that they get ready, they put on their makeup, and they talk through putting on their makeup. So it's kind of quasi makeup tutorial meets her talking about her life. That's pretty much what she does.
But you
Jesus
literally don't,
Christ.
so I have no idea what he's gonna ask me. It's also way too early for me, and my brain is not functioning, so I need to like get it together. I fully just washed and blew dry my hair. My roommate Kristen, who's like connected in the bathroom with me, probably wants to kill me right now. The guest that's going before me is Pitbull, so if I see him, I'm literally gonna cry. I think I'm gonna just try to go super casual for my outfit, so maybe a pair of jeans and a tank and like a jacket. And then after this, I have to go straight to taking a final. I need to stop because I just keep sitting here and thinking like, what could go wrong? I think I'm ready. I'm going to put on my outfit and then get in the car.
Wish me luck. Oh my goodness.
Jesus
Wow, I lost
Christ.
weight just watching that.
I literally lost IQ
Totally
points. I lost
cracked out.
IQ
Yeah,
points watching
IQ
that.
points. That couldn't be done on YouTube. That's got to be done for TikTok, right?
Well,
those
that
power
is
edits are
5.1 million followers on
So,
TikTok.
God.
Is this what the Chinese are
339
stealing?
million likes. This is who this girl is. She gets invited to Coachella. She gets invited on private planes. She went to the Super Bowl.
Sure she does.
She
Sure.
pretty much goes.
I
I got a
was-
tickle. Sorry.
I was watching.
goes
I was
everywhere.
watching MSN. I was watching Morning Joe, and they had the Surgeon General on, and he was talking about.
Oh.
No, he did not take me to one of these fine ass resorts. I'm gonna see a Fruit Loops bird.
She also got a boob job. She went from
Yes,
an
she did.
A to a D cup.
My compliments to the
And-
chef.
Yeah, it looks so authentic.
And yeah, so that's an Alex Earl. Her stepmother is Ashley Dupree, who was the
No,
one who had an
really?
affair
Oh, got
with
Spitzer?
the ex-governor Elliot Spitzer.
That's her stepmom.
Yeah, and she
That's
was on
her
the Stern
stepmom.
Oh,
Note,
God.
he did not bring it up at all,
Oh,
course
that's
he
crazy.
didn't.
That's crazy.
which I found to be amazing. And so Ashley Dupree married. Hold on, I'm going to tell you who her dad is.
It's some guy Earl. He's a
So it's
construction guy.
Like she didn't do well.
He's very well.
We're rooting for you, Ashley. I'm so happy.
We are
I
Team
revel
Ashley.
in. Yeah, we're Team Ashley.
Until she turns 22, and then next one.
Let's see. Let me see. Dupree, media attention, career. Oh, it gives you nothing after like
Wait.
2008, interestingly enough.
What? Who?
Ashley Dupree.
I have her
Oh.
interview with the show. Maybe I can get it for tomorrow on a hard drive
That's
when she
okay.
came in.
Oh, I don't know. Because
All right, so anyway, that's who she
yeah,
is.
she married Alex's dad, who's like a construction VP for a big construction company.
Exactly. And Howard's asking her questions about, oh, you're so lucky that you can pay for your own school now and your parents
Oh,
don't have to
bullshit.
pay for you anymore and all this bullshit.
Yeah.
So-
okay. Whatever.
So here's the conversation. Yes, her stepmother is a paid call girl. Exactly.
So is Beth.
So here's the conversation
Allegedly.
as it stands with Howard, and this is how she became such a big influencer.
And then it honestly was this summer when I was at probably like my lowest point. I was dealing with a bunch of acne.
You guessed it. I was talking to a 70-year-old.
Yeah. So here's I know.
Seriously, my acne.
You know, I
This is
read-
what Howard really wants to be, though, right? I mean,
He loves it. He loves everything
I-
about it.
when I read Mein Kampf, that was actually one of the things that
Kampf.
truly turned Hitler. He had a bad bout of acne.
It's
It
a
was
hard
just-
life.
Yes.
Vocal
And I started
fry.
posting about my acne just because I was like,
The summer that you started
Now,
college.
did you just listen to this conversation because it's so fucking vapid? I don't even know how to get out of it.
no. I started on TikTok my freshman year of college. I'm a senior now. This past summer, I've been on TikTok all 4 years and nothing's really ever worked for me.
Right.
And then this past summer, probably like when I was at my lowest point and not looking so good and nothing I wanted to post, I just got to that breaking point and I was like, well, I
Breaking
guess
point.
like this is so bad if I post this and I can help someone feel better about this. And then people were like, oh, like she's cool. And
Lauren Marie
They-
goes, I
keep in
gotta
mind,
get
they
real with the
canceled-
demographics right now. They're not
They
real
canceled
with anything
Aerosmith for
anymore.
this.
Why start now?
So I heard that like Washington almost didn't want to cross Delaware because he had a little bit of a breakout.
Absolutely. The
It was too
whitehead.
much.
I was
Yeah.
Low point.
I was watching an interview with the Surgeon General on on Morning Joe this morning, and they said that chicks like her are the reason for all the suicides. It's
Yes.
like 40% of girls watching this because I can't be that, I can't be good, and they feel inadequate.
I
And I
thought it was-
completely get it. I completely get it.
I thought it was
That's-
people like us watching it. And we just wanted to end it
yeah,
all because the
that
world
would be,
sucks.
Well, how bad if this were 30 years ago? How bad would Beth be on these social media things?
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
She's doing this shit at 51. Could you imagine her at
Oh,
21
no.
or 31?
No.
It would be. You think this is bad?
Okay, listen to Alex Earl's stats. The influencer can make from 40,000 to 70,000 per post on TikTok. Per post.
This is why the Chinese laugh at us.
We pee-pee in your car.
Oh, we might go funny. Ha, 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 ha.
But it's also creating a
lose like
generation
you.
of kids that say, "I'm going to do that at all costs. If she can do it, I can do it." And
But
that's
at least
inspiring.
she
the rub.
stayed in school.
Yeah.
At least she's graduating.
Wait,
Let's
wait,
look
whoa,
at
whoa, whoa, whoa,
what?
whoa.
what?
She's at University of Miami. This
okay,
is not,
still school.
This is
It's-
not Duke. All
She
right?
is done in 2 weeks. She graduates. At least she's not 18 like Bob Levy's stepdaughter, who just because she looks like Ariana Grande has parlayed it into millions of viewers, and she's now on OnlyFans at 18 years old. So this is her trajectory.
Alec will be there probably in 10 years. So it's
You know
okay.
what? I feel like this girl is just slightly smarter and has a good head on her shoulders.
I
and
still
may
see-
or
I
may
still see
not-
OnlyFans.
Why? Based on what?
What makes you
Based on,
Why?
the
like
fact
that?
based on the fact that she stayed in school. Honestly,
Oh, come
only for
on.
that. Only for that. Only for that. She chose to. She's going to stay in. Listen, I am not defending an Alex Earl by any stretch of anyone's imagination. I'm just saying that she is marginally better than a Bob Levy's stepdaughter who now is showing her fucking tits at 18
I'm
years
not sure.
old
That's
to
what
make
she's
money
doing.
on OnlyFans.
The goal is to jerk off to her. Let's face it,
Exactly.
right? The goal is to she's
Oh,
no
she's
better
definitely pushing
than the
the-
chick than a porn
Yeah.
chick. She's no better. The goal is to jerk off. Let's not confuse this with some kind of highbrow anything. The goal is to be for kids to beat
She
off.
gets
Mo,
freebies.
What are the
yes.
odds that this broad is majoring in theoretical physics?
I doubt that highly.
0.0. I think she's actually
Thanks,
majoring
I
in
need
like
clarity.
marketing or something. Something really.
Of course, something insipid. Yes, yes,
basket
yes, of course.
weaving.
Spandrel's right. She's the reason
basket
ISIS and
weaving, which
Al-Qaeda
Miami
exists.
does offer.
Yes.
Okay, so now she talks about her acne, right? And this is her entree into being like an absolute I hate the word influencer. I hate everything about it. So let's not say it again. Okay, that's it. So here he is talking to her and you know pursuing a conversation with her about how she does what she does.
That's part of the success.
And by the way, the frumphering that Howard does in this is delicious.
If you go on too long, I tune out.
Yeah.
I want quick clips.
Same on TikTok. If
Oh my God, same. That's exactly what I want. I want really quick hits on Instagram and TikTok. It's like, Howard, you have no idea what you're talking about. You have no idea what you are
No.
talking
Come on
about.
now. Do you remember the video where it was like 2 minutes of them walking to the lake to not know what
Tell
a
her
duck
about
is?
tell her about the SIM card and Lotus Notes, Grandpa.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Actually,
tell-
Jeremy Harrelson. Actually, she did take Accutane. That was
Yes,
her,
that's
that
one
was
of
her
her things.
godsend.
Yes, she
that got
said
her
this
from a
saved her
dark
life.
place.
This saved her life. Yes.
Saved her life. Got her from
All
a
right,
dark
let's listen.
place.
Let's listen.
If you go on too long, I tune out.
Yeah.
I want quick
same
clips.
on TikTok. If
Same.
if the first 2 seconds, if I'm not intrigued, I'm like scroll.
Right.
Yeah.
It's got to
Right.
be good. I don't want
Right.
it, I don't want it to be boring.
That's
And
right.
explain to me again. So you're doing this thing.
So-
you're the girl on TikTok.
Talk about
who's,
colonoscopy.
the hot chick. She's a University of Miami student. And then catastrophe hits for a hot chick, which is a skin eruption, like a bad. What would you call it? Really bad acne.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Beth-
discussed this already. So now we're going back to the acne so that she can talk about how Accutane saved her. And
Talk about colonoscopies with her.
exactly.
Yeah.
And
Talk
then,
about the fact that she had like impacted shit last week for like 2 months because she had
Metamucil
root canal.
Spandrel. Acne was her Waterloo.
Kinda, yeah.
Laundry room goes, Howard's 50 when this chick was born. Imagine that, right? To put it in this
Yeah.
perspective, Howard was 50 when she was born.
Wow, that's 50.
50.
No, she's 22.
She's 22. He
Close
was
enough.
47.
Close enough.
Right,
Close
close
enough.
enough.
We'll give you that one. We'll
Thanks,
give you that
nerds.
one.
Thanks, nerds.
Yeah.
You would do that to us in a second, and you know it.
I rounded it off, God forbid.
Okay.
Chaka Khan, you're right.
Hyperbole.
Did he ask if she used Metamucil? No.
No.
He missed
No.
out that opportunity.
No. Okay, so then they talk about the effect of trolls on them. Because,
that's where this came from.
this is where they can both, like, have, like, a moment with each other.
Yes, we relate, right?
Doesn't really bother me. I mean, there's so much out there that, like, I don't know. I've never been a person to be
Really?
affected by that.
I get I've been doing this thing a long time.
You get down
and
bad?
I will not. I have a very thin skin. I'm good at dishing it out.
Yeah.
I'm good
you
at
gotta
giving.
be able to take it then.
I cannot take it. I don't want to hear anything anyone has to say about me. It affects my performance because I get influenced by
Performance?
it. I don't want to hear about my big nose or I look 100 years old or whatever. I don't want to hear it. It's going to make me self-conscious.
Yeah, but like, would you ever go on a post of a random person you don't know and start commenting like about their looks or about them? No.
Never.
So
Never. You're not the guy who, for your entire 4 decades that you've been in this business, for 3 of those decades, you're not the guy who would rip anybody a new asshole. You're not the one sitting with your friends with a fucking laser pointer picking on them. You're not the guy talking about somebody
Terrorize
who's
Kathy Lee Gifford's kids.
even
Terrorize
slightly
Kathy
more
Lee
than
Gifford.
100 pounds
Regis Philbin's
of how
kids.
fucking fat they are.
Yep.
You piece of shit.
Steven Spielberg's kids.
How do you
I mean,
really
where do we?
feel?
Where?
Seriously,
on and
though,
on.
how dare you say that to her?
Because she can't push back, Monique. She knows
She
nothing
doesn't know
about
anything
him.
about him.
She knows nothing about the
She
show.
knows
It's the perfect person to
Absolutely.
lay this shit on.
Didn't you hear what she said? It would expose me to a new audience because none of the people that listen to Howard are
bunch of
people that
pervs.
are her age. None of them. 0.0.
Where is she from, Monique? Where is she from? I heard a Canadian accent.
Not
there.
really sure, but I'm actually
Odd.
curious on some of the comments.
So
I
odd.
wanted to look at some of the comments on her TikTok while we still have,
I'm
Yeah,
curious.
what's the worst
also.
thing she gets exactly? Right? Who's?
get ready with me to go on the Howard Stern show. It is
Hang on, it's gonna make me fucking log on. Just give me a second here. Let me do this.
So, do you think when Emily Stern did Getting to Know Your Candles, Howard only lasted a few seconds like he said he would?
No, I don't even know what you just said.
New
I just want
Jersey,
you to-
huh?
Just want you to
Laundry
know.
room?
Emily has a.
get ready with me to go
video.
on the Howard Stern show. It is
I'm just trying to look at comments. Okay, here. So let's look at some comments. Here.
He had people. He had his fans go to the mall to stalk Rosie O'Donnell and her kids.
Girl, why Howard Stern? Not Howard Stern.
New
No,
Jersey.
no. It was actually so much fun and not scary at all, is what she said. Let's see what people said. Hang on. Why not? Feels like clips of him and Anna Nicole Smith are enough to think he's gross. You know nothing about him.
God, who wrote that? Okay, Chrissy.
People
Chrissy Lee.
people
People that are
It's
her
not
age.
it's not a podcast. It's Howard Stern.
It's a podcast.
The guest before me is Pipple, casual, intimidating. Howard Stern, Alex, come on. Howard Stern show before a final exam is crazy. I need Alex Earl on Call Her Daddy ASAP.
Classic
Howard
Ethan
Stern,
Garnett.
out of all people. Why Howard
Wow.
Stern and not Call Her Daddy? Wow.
Wow.
Alex, 6 a.m. I'm so proud of myself for not sleeping through my alarm. Not Howard Stern. Wow. See, so people were not really
They were
into
kind
it.
of negative. It seems kind of negative.
Yeah.
Yeah, think.
Just
What
a little
is-
bit. Yeah.
What is Call Her Daddy? Oh, see, so they want her to go on something called Call Her Daddy, somebody who has 2.4 million followers.
X edition, fuck, marry, kill. Brad Pitt, Ben Affleck, Chris Martin.
I'll answer that on the podcast.
Wow, see, look at her getting
Jesus.
Gwyneth and shit like that. That's amazing.
Wow, Gwyneth doesn't look like Gwyneth.
No, Gwyneth is.
Oof.
She looks like Bruce Paltrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Now,
Okay, so here's line number 3 for the day, and this is Howard conflating perhaps a story about Beth with somebody who
is.
he says used to work at the show. Okay, whatever it is, this is what he says. So here we go.
Because I remember the
I
story.
knew this hot chick who worked for us. This was years ago. She would go downstairs and she'd say, "There's a guy down there. with an ice cream truck. He has the best ice cream, and it's free. He gives me free ice cream every day. I go, it's not free for us. He's hitting on you.
Yeah.
She thought there was free ice cream being handed out in the streets of New York.
I mean, yeah, okay, Beth with the newspaper stand and getting
Yeah,
free
exactly.
gum.
It's a Beth story, except twisted with an ice cream stand. That's all it is.
There's no ice
It's the
cream
same-
stand outside of Sirius, you idiots.
No, of course not.
You know, it's like...
I like how he says Beth is, actually, Beth did work for, yes. So, yeah.
What?
Well, he also
What are
knows
those words
Beth
that you just
might actually be listening to this one because she's there.
Yes, of
and if he
course.
brings her name up and he throws her under the bus to this chick who Beth is trying to be like at 51.
Oh my God, she could only die and dream that she could be this person.
Exactly.
So she's leaving. He's saying goodbye to Alex Earl, and he comes up with this, and it just sounded so lecherous to me. So that's why I
It's a
recorded.
little lecherous.
Yeah, here we go.
Instagram.
ALIX
Yes.
and TikTok.
Alex Earl.
That's right.
Thank you.
Anyone famous ever slide into your DMs?
We've had a
Really?
few. Yeah.
Oh,
Animals.
God.
She's a child. How old are these guys who are sliding into your DMs? Are they around your age or a little bit older?
We've got a mix of both.
Oh,
Some are older.
No kidding. How old is old?
40s.
40s?
Yeah.
You're a
JD
22-year-old
Harmeyer,
child.
Mehmet.
They want to...
Yep,
Can we
JD.
recall the fact that
Ronnie.
the 69-year-old Pelican is married to somebody 20 years younger than him?
Wait, better.
So,
Better. Ronnie is
Ronnie-
33 years older than his
right.
wife-to-be.
But do go on. Do go
Yeah.
on about how 40-year-olds
Creepy
are sliding into a chick who has 6 million viewers. Do go on about how this is like outrageous to you,
Right,
you
hello.
asshole. Anybody sliding into your DMs?
Sliding into that's just kind of
I don't even
vile,
think he
kinda
understands what
lecherous.
he just wrote, like
He
or
doesn't-
what somebody
he has
wrote
no
to him.
clue.
Like, I don't
Yeah,
think he
sliding.
understands that at all.
My steak is coming back up. I mean, that's
You're
really
the
making me
same
kinda
age
sick.
as my wife when I met her. you are alive more time. You're alive less time than I am married to my wife. Think about that. I think they're together more than 20 years, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's been
Yeah.
much more than 20 years.
Yes. Okay.
Like 22.
Much more.
All right. So
News Extreme thinks she's going to lose followers for going on.
Oh, yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely.
I agree with that. You can't
So-
get more. You're not
No.
going to get more. That's
no,
for
no,
sure.
this is not going to
Always
enhance
less.
you.
Always less.
And
Yeah,
and
always
he's not
take
going to
less.
get any more from this.
No.
No.
So let's move on. We have too many clips to go. So Alex leaves, and Beth is there. So
Do you think Beth gave her the stink eye?
That's why he
Oh,
conflated the
absolutely.
story. That's why the story was conflated.
So Beth is there, and
Absolutely.
Beth happens to be there with Bon Jovi and his wife Dorothea, and she's so proud of herself because she got them to come in. And they weren't going to come in, but they called her and asked her where she was, and she said she was at the studio. And they're like, "Oh my God, we're here too!" And she's like, "Oh, what a fun surprise it would be if you came on Howard's show." So tell me this was not all pre-planned, but okay,
Absolutely.
I'll give it to you. Here she is, so
Well,
proud of herself.
the
Wait,
thing
hang
is-
on. What?
oh.
Go ahead.
The Beefus and Dorothea have lunch.
We
at
are
least
not
one.
there yet.
I'm just sorry. I'm just
Please.
giving back a why. This
There is no
happening.
need for that. I got it all
No,
queued
no,
up.
no,
Got
no,
queued
no.
up.
Fine.
Got too
Only
much to
thing I'll
go.
say. I'm not going to say one word, Howard.
Dorothea,
By the way, Dorothea has an incredibly manly voice.
Yes, she does.
Yeah, she does.
it's you.
Wait,
Look-
hang on. Let me go back. Sorry, guys.
The only thing I will say, I'm not going to say one word, Howard.
Dorothea,
Hi, Robin.
Dorothea, you are
Morning.
the... And hello, my love.
This is all because of me. I dragged them in.
You did? Well, my
Oh,
wife...
very nice.
Look at you.
Look at you.
Next time.
Look at you. So he starts to talk to Bon Jovial.
I know
I
exactly.
hate that I do that.
I can't say it either.
I can't not say that anymore. So he starts talking to Bon Jovi, John, about his process. I mean, all this bullshit stuff that he does nowadays with every single musician who comes in. But we find out that he's the one who Howard was driving around with the
Yep.
other day.
Well, okay. So John brings this up, of course. He didn't.
So, well, and John said, I wasn't going to bring this up, but since you're broaching it now, then go ahead. I would have never, talked about it unless you did first. So, Dennis, while you're looking at your computer, why don't you bring up that car so that everybody can see what they were
That's
doing?
exactly what I was doing.
Oh, good. Okay, so let's listen to this.
We
Here we
think
go.
alike.
But in order to get transparency, you have to have the actual guy in there, and it's this crazy thing to actually report on his personal life and what they were doing.
Yes, of course.
We'd never hear this if he wasn't on.
No. Here we go.
Remember a couple of days ago, Robin, I said to you, I went with a friend in their car, and you were like, you went in a car? So I went.
There it is.
And my
Trying to
friend,
picture it. Yes.
and my friend and I drove to nowhere for 3 hours. It was John. John called me up and he said, listen, you got to get out of this Howard zone you're in. Like, I think he was doing an intervention.
Bless you, John. God
Was it
bless
Dorothea? Did you?
It was.
Did my wife put you up to this?
Yes.
She
She
did.
begged us. She's like, do something with that guy. No, she
You
did.
did.
I
No,
did not.
no,
I did
she
not.
poor girl.
I
She
swear
did
to
not.
God, I did not.
I said to Beth, this is really weird. John just contacted me and wants to drive me around to nowhere.
In a two-seater, so no one else can
in
come.
a two-seater. She goes, you should go. It'll be a romantic date. I go, you know what? Don't make jokes like that. I mean, I was really getting pissed off.
So Bon Jovi calls him and asks him to go take a drive because he's so tired of Howard being in his home all the time, and decided that he would take him out just cruising around. And apparently they were out for 3 hours. And, they just talked about life, and it was really just so relaxing. And, I just loved being with him in the car, blah, 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 blah. So they have this undying love for John and Dorothea. And, John is almost like the Jimmy Kimmel of singers because of his sycophantic love for Howard. Here we
See,
go.
this was our conversation in the car.
Riveting, Howard.
Yeah.
Riveting, Howard.
To me, it
That's
was
why she
riveting.
and Beth didn't want to be in the car with us. They'd be like, oh,
We're at lunch.
Honey, who do we love hanging out with? Do we love John and Dorothea?
We love them. And I've been really close with Dorothea, and I just adore
Oh,
her.
Dorothea and Beth go out to lunch once a week.
I know, we're those
What are
ladies
you
now.
two yentering it up about? I mean,
We never have things not to talk about when we're married to you two.
I can only.
Why, what's John doing?
What do they do? You know what, John?
They're not even
They
close
just say
to
how
behavior.
wonderful we are, 24/7.
Yeah, you're just such amazing people. So this I thought
it's
was
weird
pretty
because
funny.
Bon
Yeah.
Jovi also lives in Palm Beach.
Yes.
We
Why,
call
why did they have to wait for the Miami thing to happen?
They don't. They
They
don't.
don't. Exactly.
This was in Palm Beach. They go out to lunch all the time in Palm Beach.
okay,
They
yeah.
drove around in Palm
Stupid
Beach.
me.
But why do you
Me?
need to be here to have this conversation?
But
Exactly.
Bon
This
Jovi
is-
could show up and go to his house. And
It's so
Right,
pretentious.
in his
man.
house.
The commute is like me coming from Sayville and Long
Dude, they both
Island to
live in
go
Palm
to
Beach.
Manhattan
It's probably like
on
a
the train.
5-minute drive.
Oh, I think they're maybe like 10 houses away from each other.
Yeah,
15 houses
exactly.
away from
Bon
each
Jovi
other.
could
Why
walk
is this?
there.
Yes.
Why are they acting like we waited till now for this to happen?
Exactly. So here's a little cute little telling clip. And all of you were naysayers about the COVID test thing, but listen to Bon Jovi. Listen to what he
I think this is
says.
sarcasm.
Oh, jeez.
No, it was not sarcasm. Sorry.
He's patient zero. What are you doing?
All right, so he has to go on to Andy Cohen's show. So he only stayed with Howard maybe about 15, 20 minutes, something like that.
show
He's like,
that
I
has
got to
real
go,
listeners.
and I'm going on Andy Cohen's show. So he's like absolutely offended by the fact that Bon Jovi has to go on Andy Cohen's show, but Bon Jovi's really there to promote his new station on Sirius XM. So
Going over there.
Going over to see Andy.
He's had COVID like 75 times. Don't you want to? You want to be COVID free? This is so
COVID-free.
much fun. I don't want you guys to
See,
go.
and we're in your studio, and we've been tested. We are, negative as usual for the 99th time.
they guarantee you he made them get tested before they came in to the studio. Guarantee you that he made Bon Jovi get tested before he came to pick him up in that fucking car.
Baby Louis
Guaranteed.
once said, did he make him wear a mask when he was
Guaranteed
driving
the psychotic fuck makes everybody who's going to be in his atmosphere. Guaranteed he still
around? Well, you
makes
got
them
to
get
keep the
tested.
con going. You got to keep the hysteria
Gotta keep the
going.
con tested.
Listen,
Yeah, you
I'm
have
here.
to
At
keep
least
that
you're the reason
con
I'm
going,
here
baby.
because you
Yeah.
got me out of the house.
That is
Yeah, you got him out of the house. Good for you. Good for you. Okay,
So
then
he's getting a channel now, right? So I mean,
Yes.
Bon Jovi's been around. Bon Jovial's been around for a long time, but still,
Bon
he
Jovial.
has like 15 hits. They're just gonna play that in a loop. Well, I think somebody, Mocketeers said that.
They're all the
Yeah,
same.
over and
It's
over
the
again,
same
all the
song.
but in a loop on the Sirius.
It's
channel,
all the same
15
song.
songs
It
over
is.
and over again.
It's kind of like salsa music. It's all the same song.
Very basic bitch
It's just-
music before there
it's-
was
it's
heavy
very
metal
basic.
blackface.
And when's the last time Bon Jovi had a hit? Just curious, Dennis. Do you know this?
It was like 1998.
It's My Life was his
99. It's
last
been a
hit.
long time.
Which
There's
is
the car.
He
That's
basically ripped
a
off Frank Sinatra's song.
$165,000 car.
Yep.
Right
You don't
on.
get to steal Frank Sinatra lyrics in your own song. You know better than a rapper sampling. It's my life. You don't get to say
Yeah.
"It's my life" in a song. How does he get away with that? Stealing Frank Sinatra lyrics?
It's a really
in a
shitty song.
It's like Frankie said, "I did." Is there any worse, lamer lyric
All
on
right.
the history of rock and roll?
I wanna feel the sun, have barbecues. I wanna see my friends, the old and new. We'll turn on the game and share some laughs, and we'll play this and that. Now
This and that, my friends. Yes, there are lamer words. There are lamer words. Just
I don't know. That's close. It's close.
It's close.
But Bon Jovi would fit so right in with that video, right? Boys in
Yeah,
the
his,
Hamptons. I can see him frolicking with them so clearly.
This and that. Okay, so again, we go back to the Ozempic. And of course, I had to post this on Twitter because it was really bugging the absolute shit out of me
The timing was great.
that these fucking morons would have to talk about this. So just give me a second. I just want
This is
to.
vile.
It really, really, really is. Hang on. I just want to pull up my tweet while we're at it.
Like Frankie said, I did it my way.
Yes.
I think that's worse than Ryan Houston. I really do.
So here's her talking. Here we go.
Do you think maybe Ozempic?
I don't
Katy
know who's
Perry.
on Ozempic, but I know a lot of.
I know we want to go on it.
We're gonna go on it.
We're going on immediately.
Katy Perry may not be on it, but she's
Yeah.
influencing us.
Yeah.
Get it out, English major.
We want to go on Ozempic. Katy Perry.
6
influenced
languages.
us.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
a 51-year-old woman.
We
That's
really
not
want to
a-
go on
that's not a
Ozempic.
tween.
Beth Stearns, her equally anorexic husband, Howard Stern. Really want to go on Ozempic. How did
Jesus,
nobody
yeah.
like my fucking tweet today? What's wrong with me?
It can lose like 5-10
It
pounds.
could, well, in this picture, yes, it could stand to lose a couple.
Yeah, I can stand to lose 5-10 pounds. I mean,
Couple of
I can
inches.
almost. I actually can't make out the bottom rib.
I know.
So yeah, you're
And this
a
is
fatty
before
there.
she learned how to,
suck in,
tighten up her clavicle to make herself look
Suck
like the
in.
ultimate freak that she is. Okay. Hold on.
Anorexia is hilarious, says Chuck.
Okay, so
50
remember at the beginning we were talking about Robin, and we were talking about that's amazing.
Beanie Mac.
So-
Beth's second language is Arabic. Yes.
Exactly. All right, so here's a little more Robin fakery.
He's
I go, honey, I made a mistake.
So they're talking about how they were watching American Idol, and then he made her shut it off like an hour in because he was tired and needed to go to sleep. And she's like, yeah, but then how are we going to know what the winners are if we don't watch it? And then he was tossing and turning, and she was trying to go to sleep. And he's like, no, honey, we actually have to watch it. So put the TV back on.
So did he call its room? I mean, because
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
the same room.
Exactly.
He said,
we should turn it back on.
We need to turn it back on and see the end. I don't know if I'll be able to fall asleep.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So he turned it back on. And we watched.
Do you hear do you hear that laugh though? Do you
Yeah.
hear that fake
Yes.
laugh here? But let me do it again.
Amazing.
Sorry, I need
I
that.
go, honey, I made a mistake.
We should turn it back on.
We need to turn it back on and see the end. I don't know if I'll be able to fall asleep.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
No, not so amazing. Actually, nothing they're saying is amazing.
Harry Vayner on Beth in the mockery thread. He writes, "One boob is in Dade County, the other is in Broward." That's such a great line. I love Florida references.
Amazing. Now, seriously, this conversation that they're having is literally a conversation that you would be having, with your significant other, like just hanging out in bed or having
Right.
breakfast. This is not a conversation for
radio
your
show?
alleged millions of people
To the
be
tune
listening
of
to.
$4,000 a minute.
There's
that
absolutely nobody that cares about this. Not a single human being cares about
Well,
this.
how about going to Miami and your first impulse is to watch 2-hour network reality?
Exactly.
That's the first impulse I have when I go to a place
Exactly.
like South Beach.
They were
amazing.
Honestly, think about this. They were in Miami, and were in their own hotel room by 7:00 at night. I mean, nothing opens in Miami, especially Miami Beach, before 7.
Nobody's
Monique,
having
this
before
Tide,
10.
you have to pay for food there?
Yes,
Not that
of
they
course.
eat, but
Yes.
There's no free breakfast there.
There's nothing
you don't think
free
that's all
there.
on serious, this whole thing?
Oh,
they're
absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Yes, absolutely. Everything is on serious. Absolutely. Oh, which leads me into my next clip,
Yes,
as a
go
matter of
into the
fact,
next
because
one.
so really they just can't get out of the office fast enough. But yet he goes on for another half hour, and he has the crew in, and they're talking about the dinner they went on last night. Which kind of shocks me. Like, I don't know, maybe they're getting paid too much money. Actually, here we go.
I think
JD ordered
I
fish
think
last night at the restaurant, $200 a pound.
Yo, hold on.
I'm not kidding.
No,
He's very sophisticated.
You wanted some people in here. No, I was out with Blit, of course, and Jason and Chris Wilding. Blit was ordering for the table. One of the things was some fish. I didn't know what the hell it was. But it was like $200.
You got to stop going with Blit to dinner. I heard it was like $350 a person.
Usually I tell him ahead of time, like, dude, I don't want to go too crazy. If it, if you get something real expensive, that's on you. But I wasn't thinking, and he just went off.
You take JD to dinner, and then it costs him $350 a person.
$350 a person.
So obviously, there has to be a per diem for these guys. Because
but
there's
not
no way
$350
Oh no!
a
It's probably
person.
what $100. But it's probably what 120
It's usually like
bucks a day.
$120, yeah.
Yeah, in Miami. So and he didn't spend. So he still spent over $200 out of pocket because he's a moron. But still, I mean,
use it or lose it kind of.
$350 a person.
I mean,
so
that's insane.
No, but he's right. They're there for 4 days, so they get like $500 or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Okay, so most of it was blown on that dinner,
That's what they
and they're
did,
going
obviously.
out tonight for an engagement dinner for Ronnie, apparently. But I'm just amazed. Okay, so JD probably lives by himself now, right? He got divorced. He
absolutely
moved out
lives
of
by
the
himself.
city. I'm sure she left him, so he's living in some suburban home, a rental down in like, somewhere by Manalapan or something. I just made that up. I don't even know where that is. And so,
Edison, New Jersey.
So here they are, like living large, and JD doesn't have expenses other than the rent on his New Jersey apartment and stuff like that. So I guess and I don't know where Blick gets his money from. He must be a trust
I think
fund
his
baby,
family had money. His family had money.
Beanie Mac said. I just don't understand why he would want to spend that money on really people who are just disgusting animals like JD. I just don't get it.
Dick Fistwell,
So wait,
right?
with the
So
best
I love how
part-
JD's divorce somehow didn't happen. The way these guys just avoid it all the time. It's amazing, right? There's no mention of it.
They do not
It's-
talk about
it's-
it.
All the time they fixate on him. The biggest thing that happens to him doesn't come up once.
The thing that struck
Even
me
in
most
COVID.
about this dinner talk is that they went to a Greek restaurant in Miami.
Yes, very,
Let me
very,
let that
very.
sit
I
in.
know the restaurant that's in the
I
city.
understand
it's
that.
It's the same people, and it's
Miami.
exorbitantly expensive.
But it's Miami. You don't eat Greek food in Miami. I mean, it's,
What do you eat in Miami then?
You eat Cuban food,
Yeah.
Spanish food, Italian food, maybe steaks at Shula's. You do not go to
why
a
would
Greek
you do
restaurant.
that? Shula's a chain. Italian food
But
you
it's
can
where
get
it started.
anywhere.
But there's
Milos
special places.
Milos is a very stupidly, aggressively expensive Greek restaurant. I cannot imagine why anybody would want to go there, period. I mean,
Because
it's
they're
like going to
morons?
Mr. Chow's. I don't understand expensive
Exactly.
Chinese
But-
food. I don't understand that.
But
I just don't.
You know, there's so many better places to go in Miami that are local that are not $350 a piece, and they're very
Oh,
nice.
totally.
I just don't understand that.
Well, and then Blit also happens to have a propensity towards ordering very, very expensive wines. He's like Robin, he does that. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get this at all. I don't even get the weird flex that Blit makes with these boys. And, JD will
I don't
never.
need this show, Flex, is what he's making.
JD will never, his life will never be better than what it is today. Never.
That's sad.
Because people take him around by the nose and give him things and treat him for meals like his wife did. He will always need that person to crutch on in order for him to live any kind of fruitful life, because he really does have Asperger's and he is not a normal person. He will never be able to exist. He didn't wash his sheets for a year. I guarantee you he's back to doing that. Guarantee. Now that she's gone. This is disgusting. This is disgusting.
Oh, God.
Okay, so then they get Ronnie in, and for some bizarre reason, Howard and Beth actually do talk about Ronnie's wedding for some
How gauche. I mean,
inexplicable reason. But Beth is really upset with Ronnie because they're splitting the wedding cost. And call me crazy, but normal adult human beings who are not getting married at like 22,
that's what they do.
That's what they do.
Parents,
That's what they do. Okay.
When your dad's in the house arrest, you can't pay for a wedding.
That's what they do, though. So they've been living together for years. It's not like this is just a party for them. So let them have a fucking party. But then Beth comes out. She's like not okay with it. It's so weird.
Stephanie's paying for half the wedding. Don't get her started.
It's not that she's paying half. It's just. It's
But
fine.
don't tell Beth that.
It's
That's all I'm
fine.
saying,
It's
honey.
fine.
Ronnie says it's fine.
Okay, if Stephanie's okay with
This
it,
is what-
I
this is
wouldn't
what-
be, but
Oof.
I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be okay with paying for half my wedding.
Because you couldn't. You couldn't,
couldn't.
there, you wonky-eyed
Couldn't,
horse.
absolutely.
You had no career.
You couldn't.
That's a
still
public
doesn't have a
admission.
career.
She is the gold digger we think she is and say she
Oh,
is.
absolutely.
If that's not
Total.
a telltale of all of it.
Gold diggers don't pay for their wedding.
Well, she would have use her residuals for mom caves? What's,
Yeah, that was afterwards.
where's the income coming from?
There is no income. There is no income.
Exactly.
I mean,
Ames.
it
She is
actually
so
got me really
letterman,
upset
self-aware.
that she would. Why would she be upset that Stephanie is splitting?
Because she has nothing to do
'cause that's
all
who
day.
she is.
has no purpose. She has nothing to do. She's
she's
a
vapid.
ne'er-do-well. She's an unemployed tween. She has nothing to do but this.
So I guess that finishing school really didn't work. Remember,
Yeah.
Beef went to
Right, that's the
finishing
opposite
school.
of finishing school, right? Dennis?
Yeah,
You
it
can't-
is.
Right, you wouldn't be going right.
Yeah, billionaires making fun of other people's finances. That's exactly
Exactly.
what's
Well
going
said,
on
G
here.
Canada.
Like, how do you know what Ronnie has? Other than selling his house, for a decent amount, and then he probably flipped it over into the house, or else you'd have to pay capital gains, right? So yeah, he had to turn that over. It's not like you could just cash out and say.
Because Howard's real
Adios.
hobby is counting other people's money, regardless of how beneath you are. But how you were in, he's a billionaire, and Ronnie, it doesn't matter how less the person makes than Howard. His hobby is to count other people's money all
Yes.
day, all night. That's all he cares about.
Yes, agreed. Okay, so we are going to our last clip now. Thank God. I can't believe we
Yay.
finally got here. And this is just announcing tomorrow's guest.
You're beautiful, Howard.
I'm the most beautiful.
You are
thank
the most
yes.
beautiful.
Oh yeah, everybody had to
Still.
fawn over him because Beth was saying that Jonathan Blitt was so handsome, and she was saying somebody else was really handsome, and Howard was getting jealous.
Beef has a
and-
type.
You're beautiful,
Yeah,
Howard.
you.
I'm the most beautiful.
You are
thank
the most
yes.
beautiful. Yeah, he's gorgeous.
Where's my mirror? Mirror on the wall. Who's the most gorgeous of all? Oh, it says me. Oh, okay, good. Well, listen. Well, everyone is jacked up. We're excited. We're in
Jacked up.
Miami. We have one more day. Tomorrow, you will meet Miss Carrie Underwood. Carrie's gonna come in. She's gonna first time on the show. Gonna do a couple of tunes.
So the whitest girl in the world is coming into the Miami studios.
Yes,
Congratulations.
that's right. As Xavier said
I
before,
mean-
nothing says Miami like having
Carrie
Carrie
Underwood.
Underwood into your
Singing
studio.
the
was
Sunday
Linda-
night football theme song.
I mean, was like Dolly Parton not available?
Not
I mean-
available.
I
Not
mean,
available.
Jesus, and her isn't her time up? I mean, isn't Carrie Underwood's time?
When was
up?
her time on? I don't even know.
I
Where
mean,
did
it's
she even
over.
come from? She's an American Idol cast off, right?
Correct.
Is that her?
Yes,
Okay.
I mean,
Yes, that's
I mean,
who she is.
honestly, she really.
Isn't her most famous song like a ripoff of Joan Jett?
Yes.
I know her for the Sunday Night Football theme. That's the only reason I know her.
That was
Are you
terrible.
ready for some football? I mean,
Yes.
that's pretty much
It's a Joan
who
Jett
she
tune.
is. Here's Carrie Underwood. Let's take a look at her. Here you go. Here's Carrie.
Oof.
Yeah. Whatever. You know, I don't know anything about her.
So Howard's type. That's beard. That's Howard's beard fantasy.
Ooh, she's
Exactly.
got
She's
weird
American
muscles.
Idol blonde.
Wow, that's
she's
that's
so
a little too much.
muscular. She's so
It's
muscular.
just great musculature. Great musculature.
Wow.
That's
okay.
actually kind of creepy, kind of scary. It looks like crack your head like a walnut. I mean, that's kind of scary.
That is
Right,
a
John
little.
Con. She's probably a huge country star, which I don't deny.
She is, but it doesn't matter.
I don't know anything
Not
about
on this
her.
show.
From Miami.
Not on this show. What's the demographic for this show? Right, country
It's
music.
so funny. It's like, okay, he's in Miami. Don't you think that they would have given the show, other than Pitbull, a little Latin flavor, like a little something?
He doesn't know anything though. He doesn't
You
know
know?
any of those people.
Wouldn't it have been like really fun for him to actually interview Charo?
How about the guy? Anybody from Two Live Crew? They're from Miami.
Yep.
They're around.
Anybody. Carrie Underwood. Okay,
Carrie
whatever.
Underwood. Just-
Let's see. Is she like doing
Sofia
something with-
Vergara.
Let's see. Carrie Underwood, Sirius XM. Let me see if there's
That's a
any-
great question, Sam V. Jennifer Lopez is really good friends with Andy Cohen. I guarantee she does his show. Gloria
Oh,
Estefan,
absolutely.
right?
Gloria Stefan and Howard don't
Oh,
get along.
wouldn't you know it, everybody?
Oh, look at that. New
Superstar
channel.
Carrie Underwood to launch
Oh,
exclusive
Wig Pro Quo.
Sirius XM channel.
What are the odds?
New year-round channel from one of country music's most iconic artists to launch in
Really?
June 2023. Carrie's Country.
Wow.
What the fuck? Sirius XM announced
Jesus.
today. Let me see, when was this from? June.
Dan
5-1.
Marino was on the show once. Autobot. He called in with Chris Collinsworth.
So
Yesterday.
you know,
Sirius
so
XM
this
announced
is-
today 8-time Grammy Award winner Carrie Underwood will launch an exclusive year-round Sirius XM channel, Carrie's Country, in June. It will be curated and presented by Underwood. Sirius XM's newest 24/7 channel will be available to subscribers across North America in their cars. Blah, 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 blah. Carrie's
Okay, we
Country
get
will be
it.
a musical journey handcrafted by iconic rhinestone superstar Carrie Underwood.
Holy
Will
shit.
highlight her friends, favorites, and influences. Wow.
Okay.
Wow,
That's
this
the problem,
is really
Beanie
bullshit.
Mac. They're
Amazing.
Sirius is bigger star fuckers than Howard is. That's where all
So
the money's going.
here's the thing.
I don't know
So-
what the point of this is.
In your Ponzi scheme, this makes sense, I guess, in a Ponzi scheme, because for actually making content that makes money, this does not make sense. This is idiotic.
I don't know. Is she big? Is it something that we just
not
don't
that
know?
big. But all right, we all have YouTube Music. Do we give a shit if a station was
I don't
curated?
get it,
by-
Dennis. I agree with you. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Seriously.
They're not. There's no profits here. I don't know how this company makes money. They just
It doesn't.
hemorrhage it at the
It doesn't
dumbest
make
shit
money.
and cancel. I don't know what is like the
Money
Ponzi
laundering,
scheme.
bro.
The laundering, the Ponzi scheme.
Yeah,
What
none of
is
it
going
makes
on at
sense.
this place? Nothing makes
Nothing
sense
makes
here.
sense.
Coming
Nothing
here,
makes
having a
sense.
Miami studio, it's all wasted. It's all stupid. Why?
I got nothing. I have nothing.
no
No, you
idea.
can't, because there is nothing. Because there is nothing. Because
Been in
it
business for
doesn't make sense.
30-something years. I have no clue.
Tamara Francois thinks she is
Like
big. I
this.
mean, so I guess she's big. I mean,
Oh,
just
I don't
look
doubt
at
she's
the
big in
recognizable
country.
name.
I don't doubt she's big in country.
Yeah, but I mean,
Because people
Have
watch
Dwayne
football.
Wade on, right? Dwayne Wade, Dan Marino, Ron
Really
Ross,
gonna
country
Yeah, yeah.
fans
Grant Long,
are still
Ronnie
listening to
Cycli,
obsolete things like
Sherman
CDs and
Douglas.
satellite radio. Says Chaka Khan. All right, we got to move on. And as you
Move
know,
on.
it is really indeed
Cleaning out the computer.
okay. What do we have tonight?
I don't know. I sent you an F. I sent you an F. Jackie talking about you on Casey's podcast just
Of
now.
course.
At the
you
last minute.
did?
It was on right before we went on, and I watched it, and I came on quick, and
What is
Casey
it?
asked me
Do
for
I even want to
questions.
hear it?
I quickly got on there and if you could save it for tomorrow, that's fine. Too.
What is
I have
it?
the Fred stuff. I did an F. Mary Kill with you, Sean Young, and Robin Rosinski with Jackie. You know, he knows Sean Young. I didn't really, people forget.
Wow. Well, does he know that she ruins towels? I mean, that's a real
That
real
story
downer.
with Grillo and her redecorating his apartment is the funniest thing I've ever
One
heard.
of the best things ever.
That's
Okay.
such a funny story.
We are going to save that for tomorrow, but I
Okay,
do
save it for
have it,
tomorrow.
and I do have all the Fred
stuff.
versus Howard stuff. So they are long clips, though, and I'm so loath to do this. So you need to tell me what is important here, and what are we talking
They're
about?
arguing. Oh, Fred. They go to Sirius, and Fred can't handle the new technology. They have all this time since 2004. They have to prepare for this, and Fred can't handle the most basic things. And they argue over. He keeps fucking up Howard's brakes, and he can't explain it to him, and he gets genuinely angry. And this is why Fred can't go to Miami. He can't. He's a Luddite and can't handle anything new.
Okay, all right, here we go. So let's start with this one.
Jingle. Wait, stop. All right. Now just give me. I'm back now.
Here's the deal. I said to you exactly what we're going to do.
No, and I told you.
And then you told me different.
No, I'm telling. Tom, am I telling him the same thing every time?
No, come on. I said to you we're going to do Heineken. Out of Heineken, we were going to do the song.
This has been blocked from every.
This
YouTube.
is crap.
No, Fred, listen to me. I'm going to say it again.
I will do what you want.
Let me say it again.
But in this instance, you were wrong.
Okay, I'm wrong. So just listen what I want. Okay, never mind what I'm wrong or right.
All right.
Here's what I need.
I'm wrong no matter what.
You're not wrong. You were right. Now just listen to what it is I need to have done. Can you please listen?
I'm listening.
Okay, because I'm going to say it for the 50th time.
Okay.
And
I've never
at
heard
K-Rock,
this
we used to
tone.
do the live commercial.
What are you saying, Jenny?
I've never heard this tone. I mean, this argument was supposed to take place
live.
during a break. Right. This is like the third day in. Fred still can't handle the technology. This argument was supposed to take place during a break, and he couldn't play the break, so they had to air it out on the air because they didn't know how to go to commercial.
Okay.
Then they jingle out and whatever we did. It was always self-contained.
All right, okay. But here's the deal. You jingle, you do what you want.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
All right. I'm just saying that's going to screw us up.
Okay.
Okay, so we move on.
Okay, everyone got it?
I stopped listening. I had heard it the 49 times you did it before.
All right.
I'm teasing.
See, now I know there's a no cursing rule, but I'm ready to let loose with like a roll of epithets. Like you can't fucking believe.
All right, let me talk to you about Heineken. I'm sorry to have to, format on the air, but off the air I don't seem to be making any headway.
No headway at all.
I don't know. You're speaking Greek or something because
Fred, I'm going to say it again.
Not only that, yesterday you said to me, Don't play a bed. Then you turn around and go, play a bed. Where's the bed? What am I going to do without this bed?
I'm going to say it again, so everyone has it at home.
Do you realize that maybe you're like changing your mind and
maybe
saying
I am.
one thing and not saying, oh, I know. Now you're patronizing me.
Now everyone can...
And that really pisses me off.
you're right. Now I'm going to be very clear.
It is amazing to me that after all these years, Howard can still get to them.
Yeah. But I mean,
Yeah,
in all
they're
fairness, they had how much time to prepare for this, and they're hyping it, bragging every day, coming here, and Fred can't learn the most
Well,
basic.
you got to remember, they're all very, how can I put it, very low ambition humans. And so this is all they have. So Howard can get to them because they've really never moved past the initial meeting of them.
Yes.
Fred is the same guy he was in 1970.
No, you're not. Busting my
all of them
fucking
are.
balls.
Enough with the F word. All right.
Now you've got a problem with that. Oh, okay, great.
Yeah, you're just saying that you don't have to rely on that. You don't have to. We get you're angry.
No, I'm angry.
Just say you're angry. You don't have to use the F word.
I am angry. I'm pissed
Using
off.
the F word. Oh, you could be pissed off all you want, but you don't have to use the F word every second. Mr. Satellite. Look who came to life with the F word.
At least he's speaking.
Finally says something. It's the F word.
That's so much progress.
Wasn't that the point to going to satellite in the first place?
No.
So that if you felt like saying something, you could say it?
Yeah, but you know what?
That's right.
You
I'm
don't
sorry.
really.
That was a different satellite.
You don't really.
God, he's so angry.
Yeah, this is great. And
Everybody
this is
loves
so
an
blocked.
angry Fred. They do.
This
They
is
love
so
an angry
blocked.
Fred. Yeah.
Pick the bed. You're the man.
See, that just screws us up for the rest of the hour, though. And then it's like then it's like 3 breaks. It's like you're
No.
making,
I'm going to make it into 2.
More breaks.
No, I'm going to make it 2 breaks.
He hasn't finished.
You haven't let me finish.
All right. Whatever.
We're going to knock off 3 minutes on each break. So let's get back. I say take a
but
break.
Here's the deal. In this hour, you have... Wait, can I finish?
I want to move on. I got so much great stuff.
As long as we're having a discussion
It's
about it.
6:38. I want to go on.
You've got 3 live commercials this hour. Talk to traffic, too, because they're busting my ass.
Now go to the bathroom or to quickly grab something to eat. See, the rock
Something
song.
about this bothers
you. You're making confusing breaks.
Fred, I don't have. If there's only a minute of pre-recorded commercial time, I need a second to talk to Gary. You're not understanding.
But you can do that during a song, no?
Oh my God, he's so ponderous. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
You know what? At some point, you just got to say, "Okay, Howard. Okay."
So,
okay.
Well, think about this for a second. At this point, they have been doing radio for over 35 years, and they still cannot figure out how to do a break. Still.
And with that,
35
Dennis, why
years.
not at least get in the studio together and rehearse the new equipment?
No rehearsal?
He
Of
won't-
course not.
There's no way Howard's got to be
No.
paid for it, so he won't get in a room with Fred to rehearse it. And this is
35
embarrassing.
years,
All the
though.
stuff they hype to get to this point, and they can't even go to a commercial right. It's embarrassing. It's blocked. Every time you try to upload this, that's why I'm putting it on Patreon in its full
Oh,
glory.
great. Well, then, by all means, let's play it on my show so that...
Yeah, we can get it blocked.
So we can get it
No,
blocked.
no, this is too... I'm talking about in long form. The
Okay.
long form 45
Okay,
minutes.
last one.
Is.
It's just a weird way of doing it.
It's different.
When we did it, when we
It's
did
different.
like when we did it at K-Rock, everything was like self-contained.
Yeah, but it was-
there was
Can't
always
handle
the
it.
commercials and the commercials.
All
and
right, I'm
that's it.
changing it because it's satellite. I want to think in a new direction.
And maybe this new direction isn't such a great direction.
Well, it is if you're me because I need some time. I need time in a row. I need a song and a couple of commercials.
And you can't do that with the song in another place.
No, it's only
How
3
are you
minutes.
gonna do
I'm
that?
trying to do it. I'm trying to create a 5 to do this.
I'm
I
gonna
have a particular
I'm gonna
problem.
try and accommodate you, but just
Let's go over it again. What I need.
Listen.
Because now you're aggravating me.
And you're aggravating me. So we have two aggravated people in the room.
Yeah, but here's the problem.
Let's play poker.
Now give me a bed, goddammit, and so I can do a Heineken commercial, which is what I'm trying to do. And you're wasting my time and the audience's time, all 5 of them.
Wait, so when was this?
This is January 12th, 3 days after they started the
3
series.
All right,
January, no, 2 days. January 11th. I'm sorry. 3
So,
days.
you know,
We're moving
the thing is, you know, all this could have been rectified with an hour-long meeting. I mean, honestly, not
Easily,
even
Dennis, easily.
Easily could have
Easily.
been an hour-long meeting.
No,
Just
he'd much
one
rather
little
do it
test.
this way. He'd much rather do it. He'd much rather get
What
Fred
a,
angry.
what a
You know that.
baby.
He's a
what a
horrible,
big
horrible
deal.
human being.
When
One
they
of the
did those
selling-
test shows in January 5th or whatever it was,
Yes.
they didn't go to a commercial. They didn't do any of that stuff. So
Nope.
now this is the first time he's had to just go to a commercial. And all his job is he's literally like a field goal kicker who can't kick field goals. To play a song and a couple of bits for Howard to go to run in the bathroom and throw up.
Go, Xavier.
Well, one of the selling points is the no more bullshit, uncensored. And then when in the first week he literally chastised every staff member that no cussing is allowed on his show.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he hated all the cussing.
Yeah,
But
like,
he's...
that was a rap right away.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, but wait, then he unloaded on what's her
Ronnie.
name? The model who came in and
Oh,
called her a
Hunter?
sea
No,
monkey
Yeah.
50 times. Oh God, I can't think of her name. all of a
Rod
sudden.
Stewart's wife.
Rod
Yeah, Rod
Stewart's
Stewart's
ex-wife.
wife.
Yeah, wife.
Exactly.
What?
Alana Hamilton? No.
No, the other one, the model.
The one from the
supermodel.
80s,
Rachel
90s.
Rachel Hunter.
Rachel Hunter.
Hunter, yeah.
He called her a sea monkey at
Sea
least
monkey,
50
like-
times.
And they remember they chased her to the elevator.
Yes, they did.
Yes,
Can
yes,
you
they
find
did.
the Rachel
Hunter
Hunter clip for us, for Johnny?
When for when?
I don't know, tomorrow, whenever.
It's on my Patreon in full, the whole thing. Yeah, I'll get it for tomorrow, sure.
Yeah, where
Just
he
a clip.
We've
screams
played it
at her.
before. We've played it before, but it's worth watching 1,000 times.
Yes,
It's
okay. So
good.
now I have 4 more clips that you sent me today, those were yesterday's
Well, you
clips.
said
that we didn't get to.
Charo, right? You just said
Charo
Charo.
debut, Jerry
don't-
Springer debut, Scandals, Mr. Swearman, and Ronnie's Eugene.
Yeah, Dennis brought up the Jew Gene stuff, so I wanted to.
The
This is just a
Jew
cute
Gene.
little aside. I was looking for the Richard Christie Jewy Gene song, and there's a couple of them, so I just got these two, and I gotta go still find the Richard Christie one. But these are 2 songs about Ronnie being a Jew, because Dennis, you said he denied trying to act Italian here
Yes, he did.
today. Okay.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
spent,
yes, he
I don't know,
did. Yes, he did.
Grouchy old Jew. Shut up, all right? Who thinks he's Italian too? Yeah, right. He sits in the hallway. Are you crazy? And he does nothing all day. No. He is the head of security, even though he's just 4'3". He is a grouchy old Jew. Just shut up. Who thinks he's Italian too? And you're the guy who's always throwing me under the bus. Eugene, Ronnie's a Eugene. Oh, Eugene, Ronnie's a Eugene. Yes, Eugene,
Amazing. Okay.
That was when the show was funny. Those songs they used to do. That was such a different show. Just the
Mr.
tone.
Swear. All right, Mr.
Yeah,
Swearman. Here we go.
The other day.
This is good.
These fucking wives! Shit! Fuck this place! Fuck some whores!
Mr. Swearman, stop your cursing. You're not on The Sopranos. You're not even a guinea. Your Jewish mouth sounds so silly when you start saying fuck and pussy. Mr. Swearman, let's fuck some whores. You're such a joke. Try to act like a tough guy, but you sound like a joke. We should wash your mouth out with some soap. Mr. Swearman, shut up.
Dipshit.
Clean your act up, Mr. Swearman.
You know what? I do miss. They don't do any
These are so
musical
good back then.
parody things at all.
I
They
remember waking up
rely
in
on the
my
people
sleep.
in house for them,
I
and they're
know.
horrible.
This woman's genuinely talented, like singing this. Like I
Yeah,
remember
this
waking
is-
up in my
this is
sleep laughing
great.
at this when it first aired.
All right,
You're
then I
not
have
even a
Charo
guinea.
debut and Jerry Springer debut, Scandals. What is that?
Charo, en route to finding this stuff, I found out that Charo was on the show. 1997, she comes on for the first and possibly only time. And I just wanted to show you, we all talked about Charo and you said an interview with Charo. Well, here's an interview with Charo when she comes on in 1997. And it's very weird and creepy and all that.
Castilla.
No Mexican. Okay.
No, Castilla. So, are those your real breasts or those implants?
Real.
Really?
Did you see my husband?
Oh, Xavier Cugat?
No, no.
Xavier
By
is
the
her
way,
husband.
that whole Charo accent thing completely put on.
Yeah.
Completely. She does not speak that way, I think, in real life.
Well, do you
This
think
is
when
just-
they had Sofia Vergara, all the PR people said, you're going to be the next Charo?
Well, the thing
I
is,
think
There's a
she
lot of
is.
similarities.
No,
She is
there
from
aren't.
Spain.
Sofia
I mean-
Vergara is stunningly gorgeous.
No, she's
and
better
always
looking,
was.
but I'm saying the personality's the same.
But Charo was from Spain. I mean, it could be like that. I mean, it's not a stretch.
Yeah.
She can make it over the top, but she is from Spain.
Right.
I think that Charo was just a caricature of what people thought Spanish women were
Oh yeah,
like.
absolutely. She played that up. Absolutely.
That's what she was. She was a stereotype. That's
absolutely.
And that's what I don't even know what her career was other than being that.
She played guitar and shook her tits. I mean, that was.
No,
You got rid of him.
I know,
Yeah.
forget it. This one, the new one. The new one.
Nice.
Take a look. He has stretch marks around the lips.
Really?
Stretch marks
I
around the
see.
lips. Stretch marks around the lips. Nobody speaks like that.
And look at you. I mean, I can't believe it, Robin.
Yes, David is right.
Now, Charo, you put out a CD. I'll talk about all this.
Thank you very much.
But I want to go through your history a little bit. When I was a kid, I would watch Charo on TV.
The Merv Griffin show, she was there all the time.
Good. I'd like to make love to you.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Did you ever have sex with Johnny Carson?
No.
You never did. Did he come on to you?
I don't know if he come out to me because I didn't understand English at that time.
No, you understand it fine, baby. I know
know
this is
that
all an act.
language.
You know the language of love. I know that. So when I was a kid, I would turn on the TV, and there you would be. Yeah, I would pleasure myself.
Perfect. Latina Carol Channing.
Absolutely.
Carol Channing. Carol Channing.
Because you would always come on with the little dresses, and you show your breasts, and I would at times fantasize what it would be like to have sex with you, and I would lay in my bed and I would do things to myself. Really? Why not? I was a young man. Why not?
That's what she wanted you to do.
That's what you wanted me to do, right?
Yes, of course. The rolling R's and all that stuff, the double L's.
She's pushing it out, but
Of course.
she probably has an accent. I mean, she's
But what was
Spanish.
amazing to me was that in order to get over to the country, you had to marry that old coot, Xavier Cugat.
What a smack.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I mean,
She
like,
talks
but
like
there was
this.
nothing you
know,
could do because you were.
She has this thing as well. So she talks like this with the rolling L's
Hilaria.
and this
Yes.
this sting like this.
Yes, she.
Like a poor girl, right?
No. You got the whole thing wrong.
Right.
It was
You have the whole thing
that I
wrong.
was very young and I come here.
Very
Teen,
young.
right?
Exactly.
Right.
And then
That's
I know
good
everything
enough.
about you.
yeah, I know that.
Okay, we're done.
Tamara
Okay.
wants to know what's the timeline with Charo being and Howard being a kid and famous. What's the age difference exactly?
He
don't
was
know how
he
old
was a
Charo is.
teenager when she was famous.
I'm trying. I don't know.
In
Yeah, I
the
mean, I'll have to
60s.
look at it.
She
I
was
gotta look
famous
at
in the
it.
60s.
Well, I think he's talking about the 70s too. So Howard's in his
She was not a
20s
kid in the
70s.
70s. He was a.
Oh, I know. I'm always interested in him calling himself a
She's
kid.
72.
She's 3
That's
years.
it?
No.
older than him. Is that true?
She's
Ed?
not 72.
That's
There's
what
no
the
way.
internet's saying.
She cut 10
That's
years.
Elisa Jordana, 72. That's
That's
yeah.
Benji.
She's
So
got to
her
be 82.
naturals-
Oh, okay. I see
Her
what you're saying.
naturalization
That
papers
she
say
did
she
a
was born in
Benji?
1941. So there's a little bit of a difference there.
1960. What, Tamara, is that when she was popular? What are we talking about here? Is that what is this?
Probably when
we-
she hit the scene. That's when she
I
hit the
bet
scene.
yeah,
She got
60s
famous.
is correct. 60s is
didn't-
probably when she was. Yeah, she's 82 years
Char
old.
was 85, says Rupert.
Rupert
House
Puncus is 85. I would go with that. I would believe that for sure.
Yeah, there's a David Brenner
Well-
thing happening here.
Oh,
Lisa
that's what she's been
Jordana's-
slicing and dicing, baby.
Yeah.
Can we all just ask
yeah.
what the fuck are we even doing anymore?
Shit is
You can say that
Yes,
during
it
any
is.
show at any time.
It's so true. It's very true. Yeah, I don't know what we're doing. I really don't know.
I gave up.
I did, yeah.
Collective
yeah, no.
minds. I really
This
don't
is
know.
like yeah. Let's end the show.
Frase è vero.
Good.
Tomorrow is our Friday. So tomorrow
get
we will
less
play
important.
with the Ish Beautiful song for you. And that's
For
what we will
you.
do tomorrow. Because Carrie Underwood is going to be on. And we don't like Carrie Underwood. So we will sing for you. That's what we will do.
Some shows we just run out of gas, guys. Sorry.
Sometimes you just gotta
Mike White.
call.
The plane.
It's too bad because it's time for us to go.
Ah, I see.
Come on, seriously, you guys, you're so right, New York Yankee dude. I don't even know what we're doing anymore. It's, you know, we started this thing
show
with
about
all
nothing.
good intentions, and now here we are. Here we are. Just
We're here.
we're just here. We just exist. That's kind of all we
Cindy
do.
Lou Who, Charo and Hilaria Baldwin
Hilaria
should do a
Baldwin.
podcast.
Yes. Ilaria. I know.
Ilaria.
I got some shit from people about not doing another Ilaria show, but you know, she went radio silent for a while because her husband was told
David.
basically for them to shut the hell up. And what is David saying?
David says,
Could you put David up, Xavier, while I'm looking
Yeah.
for something?
Which one?
He's 34 years old.
I
too,
choreographed Charo when she appeared on Time to Show.
but the opposite of Howard. He pretends to be older. He goes the other way.
David goes the other way. David is our oldest millennial that we have in here for sure.
And I read that post in black and white.
Okay, so you know we're not going to really care about Carrie Underwood. You know that we...
And wait, who's this other person that's coming in? There's another.
somebody
person-
named... what was her name?
I gotta look
Diana?
it up. No. Fuck.
Diana?
What's the genre, Dennis? What's the?
It's somebody from Miami.
Somebody from Miami. They're like, oh my God, wait till you see how... I mean, she might throw ping pong balls out of her pussy for all we know. I just don't know.
Udonis
I mean, that's what it
Haslam,
sounds
Dennis?
like.
It
Hold
does
on.
sound like that. Honestly, it does sound like that.
Hold on, let me get it. Let me
Alonzo
get it.
Mourning.
That's
Gotta
no,
watch
it's
the
not
Laker
that
game, guys.
interesting.
Hi, I'm Kiko.
wait,
I'm
Anita.
23.
Anita.
I go to UCSB and I also bartend.
Pat Riley would be a good guest, actually. I legitimately think
Anita.
Pat Riley would be a great guest.
That is who's going to be on tomorrow. Anita.
Ron DeSantis.
I need a man. I need a...
Anita. That's all he said. It's Anita. She's something from Miami.
All right.
I found the picture. Oh my. Okay.
Show us.
Hold on. Give me a second.
Show to me.
If
Please.
I show.
Please. Please. Show to me.
delete information in my brain to make room
She's
for
a
Anita.
Brazilian singer.
Oh,
She's
Gucci
Brazilian.
Gucci.
So that means
Yes.
she speaks
That would be
Portuguese.
Carmen
not
Portuguese. I speak Portuguese.
Spanish. All right,
Did,
hold on. Opening new tab.
Portuguese.
And this is who
On that
she
note, like and
is,
subscribe, guys.
But let
So-
me do that. Thank you for reminding me.
Such a
Like and
waste.
subscribe.
Thank
Such
you
a
for
waste on
joining
Howard.
us.
Like and subscribe.
We
Here we
apologize
go.
for whatever we did.
There
It's like
she
a whole
is.
bunch of. Okay,
Anita
let's see
Bryant.
her. All right. What is she?
She's some sort of Brazilian singer, Anita.
Really?
Perfect for this demographic. Perfect.
I mean, it fits right in with his
I Need a
demographic.
Cock?
Yeah.
Is that her name?
Yes.
Well, probably.
God.
I need a rim job. They.
All right, guys. Yeah, that's pretty much all we got. We
That's
even
it.
have a
That's
new.
enough for me, though.
We even have a new outro tomorrow in reverence to David's song. Just so you know, this is how much we're looking forward to this. And so, guys, while I have you all on air, I'm going to ask for you to come on. This really is for John, who came in 2 minutes before we're going on, but to come in about 10 minutes early so that we can practice our singing for the new song. Okay. So look forward to that tomorrow. And we look forward to not talking about Carrie Underwood. And we will see you mañana. Hey guys, thanks for hanging with us tonight. Please join us for any further discussion at RadioGunk.com in the forum section. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at RadioGunk. And don't forget to like this and subscribe to us and hit that little bell so you know when we're doing a new show. Thanks.